What's cracking? It's your homie Lil Mystery. You are now listening to the Emo Brown Podcast, the downest fool in Chula Vista since AC Slater, homie.
Sí, bueno. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Metiche Monday, brought to you by the Emo Brown Media Network, CEO Eric Casas, Esquire, the third, / Mexican Power, Pura Masa. Brought to you by Grasshopper. For all your medicinal recreational cannabis needs, make sure you check in with Grasshopper, doing all of the things. $12 gets you 3 Emo Brown pre-rolls, and I think they just re-up because you guys just keep buying them, making them disappear. Look at the friendly staff. We love them. We love visiting them. Look at that nugget. Looks like it's from McDonald's. So tasty, so yummy. Klea, I haven't smoked in 6 weeks. It's been 6 weeks since I've had that golden green nugget. But Gus did slip me a 5 milligram gummy at the Emo Brown Foundation / Vision Culture Golf Tournament this year. So since that, 5 milligrams, no me hace nada ni cosquitas. It doesn't really even tickle me or do anything. But I feel like it got me that day because we were drinking tequila, we were doing other stuff, and that's like the sherry on top. And when the sherry on top, it totally got me. Also brought to you by, who are you going first with? Let's see. Small Teeth says what? Albert Aguirre, Full Circle Real Estate Group. Look at that guy. Oh, man. These guys are wonderful. These guys are great. These guys are amazing. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing in real estate, put your trust in the Full Circle Group. Klea, ha-ha-ha's aside, when you're looking to purchase another home or another property, those are the people you need to reach out to. Oh, no? Okay, cool. Fucking Klea. Well done. Well, you don't know the story behind Small Teeth? Or it's perception. Does he have big gums? It could be he has ginormous gums or very small teeth. And he's the lucky guy that has both, actually. So, and not to worry. He is the real estate agent to all of San Diego, South Bay, Chula Vista, 3rd Avenue. Me. He's the guy who's going to get you into a home, Kiki, right? How close are you getting to the house?
I'm fucking with the VA right now.
Relax. Nobody wants to hear all that shit, dog. Congratulations. You're going to get a home straight through Full Circle Group. How amazing is that? Not to worry. There's more. There is more. Casas Tío Bobby. I think they're back from their voyage around the world. So go pay them a visit. Oh, shit. Was that Primo Chicle? Look at those guys getting down. Head on down to the lower left. Visit Tío Bobby. Take your card. Make it clack. Get 20% back on all of the things except Pendleton's. Yes. Look at him right there. Hitting them switches. Look at that. When's the last time you went there? I need to go. ¿Qué onda, gazamos un ratito? I need to buy some shirts. Ever since I got my new fucking tribal tattoo and I got jumped into the gang, I feel like I haven't bought anything new. I feel like I need something that exemplifies.
Does anyone say anything about that tattoo when you're in public that don't know you?
What are they going to say? Cece. What on earth are they going to say to me? Hey. Highly decorated jiu-jitsu master. Nah, if you don't see Tío Bobby there, you know who you will see. You will see El Primo Isaac Ruiz. Ahí va a estar con su Emo Brown 30% off at the Silk Cloud. Look at that. Oh, a new one. Pelayo Silk Cloud.
I'm really excited.
What are you excited for?
Well, I got my new 9.5s.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
You're welcome. Okay, 9.5.
I got a pair too.
Brought to you by Mike Metcalf. 9.5 at Arts and Rec. Take your card there, make it clack, get some cash back. Put the camera on these lovely ladies rocking their 3 Punk Ale 9.5 collaborative shades. Oh my God, look at that.
It looks so good.
Thank you. I appreciate you. No, not me. Her? Okay, me too. What the fuck? Look at it. For show. For show.
Thank you, Kiki. Thank you, guys.
The fuck? Kiki? All right, that's cool. Shout out Ben Campos. Ben Campos. Thank you for all the things that you do, Ben Campos, for all of your merchandising needs. If you're trying to ball on a budget, make sure you reach out to Ben Campos, and he'll give you some high-quality swag for a low, affordable price. Ben Campos. Hey, that motherfucker should give me more. I make him look like a champion every Monday here on the show.
Just hit him up.
The other day I saw a koozie with his name on it.
A koozie with Ben Campos' name on it?
Yeah. And
that's not a good endorsement.
And I asked, I was like, is that Ben Campos? And they looked at me so crazy. I was like, I think that's him. And it was.
At the brewery?
No, it was at the bar. Someone brought a koozie for
And it
the
had
drink.
Ben Campos on
It
there.
had his name on it.
All right, then.
That's
I'm all
some good
about it.
advertising.
Remember roll call? No, not today. We did it last week. Plus, hey, Barry's not here.
Yeah, he's gone.
How do we feel about this?
I blame it on the Elwood.
Blame it on the Elwood?
Yeah.
Is this a good time to tell him we're going to snip a couple of his shows, or are you going to wait for that? You're going to wait to tell him in person?
You're such a dick,
You
Steve.
told me you didn't want him to play at a certain spot anymore.
No, I do. I let him play at the Elwood.
Oh, you left out one, though.
Yeah, no, I think
We've reached the end of the Manhattan.
Steve. No, I don't think you're not
We keep
doing
things
this.
very public here.
Yeah, I
if
guess
you miss
so.
school, you miss out. So Cece said, "Oh, Barry's not here. Well, guess what? Neither is the Manhattan for shows."
If he's not showing up to the Emo Brown podcast, then he can't show up to Manhattan.
OMG! Look at her.
You
Those
made
are
your
rules.
bed, now you sleep in it.
That's some fucked up shit. I wouldn't even do that to him. I was just gonna fucking
I'm joking.
take his pre-roll hanging out over there and give it to Gus or something. All right, sorry, Barry. Miss school, miss out. I guess you'll just be playing at the Elwood. Hope you have fun at Disneyland while you abandon us today. Jeez, past the 15.
I'm kind of jealous.
That he's at
I'm
Disneyland?
due for a Disneyland trip.
We canceled our subscription, our passes. I don't miss that shit. It's,
Really?
Yeah, it's too much. Like to go and wait in all of the lines and just
Just wait.
Even
just wait till
especially during the
summer's
week.
over
Yeah.
and it's really enjoyable and romantic.
There's nothing romantic about Disneyland.
I think it's so romantic.
to go to Disneyland.
Yeah, with your partner for sure.
With my partner? You're gonna go to Disneyland with Crystal?
Yeah, I would love to go with Crystal.
She's not
we get
having it.
fucked up.
What the fuck?
I could see us getting fucked up.
No, no more Disneyland. Disneyland is expensive. It costs like what, 150 per kid?
150.
I have 3 kids. That's like $1,000 if all of us go. It's for real. 5 times 100 is 500 times 3. Another. That's too much. It's like $750 just to go to Disneyland, bro.
That's crazy.
Just go to a family fun center and say, right here is Disneyland.
We take them for walks every day. we take them for walks every day. They're good. They're good with that. They like to do that. Rate and subscribe, review, do all of the things. Do all of the things. All right, Klea, tell your people to rate, review, subscribe, follow us on YouTube. You are a semi-permanent fixture. Sexy Lexi will be back for all 3 of you asking. She will be back shortly. 2 of you asking. She will be back. She's coming back in a couple of weeks. Why do you laugh at her? Before the show even started, Claire's like, I thought I dropped her. I thought I bumped her. Now she wants to come back. No, she'll be back. It's a rotating
sitting
chair.
right next to each other.
No, it's only
Fucking duet right here.
It's going to be only room for one. Maybe she could sit in Barry's chair. Barry's chair. Clay, what's cracking? What do you got going on?
Nothing much. I was here yesterday actually finishing an interview for a documentary I'm doing.
What? Tell us more.
So I also have a nonprofit with my girls called Nobody Plans on Dying, and we're trying to talk about overdose. We're like, this is a dark subject.
Take us.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's a hush-hush topic, and culturally growing up, everybody wants to say that people die peacefully in their sleep, and that's not reality, you know?
How do people die?
They're overdosing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than ever now, right?
Absolutely. It's crazy.
What is a drug right now that is overdosing more than anybody?
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl?
Fentanyl's in everything. I had tweakers that have asked me to go to treatment, and right before we take them in, they're like, "Oh, I'm just a tweaker," and then they have fentanyl in their system, not tweak.
Oh. So wait a minute. I'm ignorant. What the fuck is fentanyl?
Fentanyl is an opiate.
Okay.
It's synthetic though, so it's made, I think, in TJ or China, one of the two.
Not just for tacos anymore. No, honestly, really?
What it is.
Is that where they make fucking
Yeah.
fentanyl? Oh,
Yeah.
man, shit. Well, hey, you're doing the Lord's work, providing an outlet and helping out with your sober living home. I saw that killer new sign that Mikey sent over, El Compa Wellington Jr.
It's good.
Take us down that dark path. We'll let you out some more time for you in a little bit so you can tell us more about the documentary. I want to learn all about that shit. You're more than one layer. You're like an onion. Like I peel one back and I just start tearing up the more layers that come. I'm like, oh man, she's got more. All right, let's go. What's going on, Cece? What the fuck are we drinking?
We aren't drinking today, but
We're not?
today we are taking Jello shots. I guess you can't really drink a shot. You can swallow it whole though.
If you cannot put the camera on me while I take this Jello shot, I've been told.
Okay,
I do
can we talk?
erotic
What is
shit with
this?
my? I know what is this.
Why
bro?
are we haloing? Okay, there we go. So these are $1 at the Manhattan and at Elwood. So you use your tongue. You're one of those guys. So it always reminds me of like a cow, like with their tongue, like trying to lick stuff when guys do that.
Put the camera on her. I want to see her. Yeah, let's see.
I use my finger and I
Oh,
finger
such a power
the,
move. Look at you. Oh,
like that.
I have hairy armpits.
Damn.
And then
I have hairy armpits. I use my finger. Go ahead.
right.
Let's
and
see what
then
flavor is
so
it.
I ring it. This is raspberry.
That motherfucker sticks his tongue in and just kind of like uses like a scooper.
That's what I'm saying. I see people eat these all day long at the bars, and it gets kind of it gets weird.
Available at the Elwood for how much? How much should we get these at the Elwood
They're
for?
$1.
$1?
And if you buy a grip, just try to make a deal with the bartender.
What kind of deals?
You know how it is. Like
I don't know how it is.
if there's somebody who's like, all right, I'll take 5 of them, I'll just be like, all right, here's 20 for 15.
What's the best deal we have at the Elwood right now?
Other than the Jello shots?
Yeah.
Oh my God, everything's a deal over there.
Do we still have this deal? Once upon a time on Wednesdays, we would do a fucking beer and a shot, a JMO shot, and it was like $6.
Yeah, no. No mas.
That was a good deal, right?
Yeah,
I would
it
go in
was.
with $20. I remember Gus and I would go with $20 each, and we would just get on a semi-sick one.
Yeah, so no, not Jameson. There's never really.
It was
a deal.
Jameson and a Hams for
That's right.
$6.
So no, not Jameson. There's never.
So how much does that little deadly combination cost me now?
Well, we don't have hams anymore. If you know, you know, and you get like a shorty, like a little stubby bottle of MGD and a shot for $6. But if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Oh,
Yeah.
well, hey, for $1, I'm in. I don't give a fuck. I'm in for $1. Raspberry shots all throughout the day.
Yeah, and they're sneaky.
What do you mean?
If you know, you know.
All right, man.
There's just a lot more alcohol in them than you think.
All right. Tastes good to me.
Yeah,
Fuck,
they're
I've gone
so
wifey on a
good.
super sick one on fucking Jello
I
shots.
try not to.
She
take
had
very
no
many.
idea. And
I'm on
then-
my second right now, but
Oh
yeah.
my God. Oh, well, all right. Well, I don't want Kiki to get fired from the brewery just yet. So
Just yet?
just, hey, Papa,
Okay.
nothing is forever. Nothing is forever. Ask Barry. What's going on at Three Punkeos this week, young man?
This week, there's not much brewing, I think, because we got all the tanks.
I get it, because we're a brewery. And if not for this Chimorro mamon.
But nah, because all the tanks are full. So
Empty tanks don't make money, Kiki.
well, full tanks do make money.
That's right.
But we
what do we
can't
got in
brew
the
anything
tanks?
else.
What do we got in the tanks?
We got a lager,
Which one?
a lager,
Oh,
the pills.
Now you're learning, huh?
We got the
now
kill.
you're learning. Out of you. The cat's out of the bag, my friend.
Oh, yeah,
Sock check lager. Sock check lager. Ben Campos, Son check lager. That it was given back to us.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but the name of the beer that was initially taken from us momentarily,
Stop.
all of a sudden, poof, just came back and reappeared. There it is. It was like Pinchy Easter Sunday. Everyone is happy again.
Would you say you're being a bully about it?
Never that.
And
Me?
That's
Oh,
why.
I'm gonna talk to you about a bully in my family, though. I'm gonna tell you about that right now.
Yeah.
But before I think this guy's gonna get fired if he doesn't talk fast. Go ahead.
No,
tell
we
us
got we got Freshie holding it down right now.
Freshman is holding it down
Yes,
at the
sir.
brewery. How about Everardo?
He's setting up everything, man. That
Damn,
fool's
dog.
killing it, bro.
Tell us a little bit about Everardo and the program that he represents.
Well, he came with us through the school system.
Correct.
Because the school system handles 18 to 21-year-olds that are special needs, and they need to acclimate them into the community to get a job and do anything like that. And when Everardo first came to us, he was like, yeah.
Very timid.
Didn't want to say
Very
a
shy,
word or
very
anything.
introverted. And when she came in and presented the opportunity to us to like help out, we were like, yeah, man, like this is a great resume builder. And Everardo is a great young man. He
That
aged
kid
out of
works hard, bro.
the Sweetwater Union High School District program that is offered. I believe it's at 21. It
21,
was over.
yeah.
So he just turned 22. So now the city of San Diego has a parallel system that looks for opportunities from local business establishments that offer an opportunity of employment for young adults with learning disabilities or special needs.
Yes.
So when they reached out to us, I was like, hey, man, I have 3 kids. Like, you never know when my child is going to require some sort of assistance or is going to need something, where someone's going to have to provide some help. So I was like, this is just good karma. This guy is a great young man. This is an awesome opportunity. Where else is he going to get an opportunity to get work experience at a brewery, bro?
Yeah, nowhere,
and he's
man.
there early and he kills it and he's having a great time.
Yeah, it's fun, and it was cool to see him like evolve, bro. Because now he like the other day when I was coming into work, he was talking to some random guy, and I thought it was his they call them work coaches, like their life coaches. But it wasn't. It was just some random dude that came on the street and asked him like, "Hey, do you know anything about this?" And everyone was like, "Oh yeah, you just walk down the block. It's over there, and you can get to the 7-Eleven." I was like,
What's
"Oh shit,
up,
bro!
dog?
Yeah, like
3
it's
Punk
cool, man."
Ales for the community, some people might say. I'll
man.
say it if you won't. Fucking weenie. That's what you fucking say. Go to work, dog.
Nah, but we still got But this month we have in September we have Amps and Ales coming up.
Amps and Ales.
Then
That
we
has
have-
nothing to do with us.
Yeah, well, we're fucking there for most
We're
of it.
pouring? All right,
Yeah, and then we're gonna be pouring in the Santee Brews and Bites.
Pass. Fucking Santee, bro.
And then on September 30th, we're going to be at the courtyard for an Oktoberfest.
I'm not talking shit.
event.
My partner's he's from Santee. He can hold that shit down.
Well, September, at the end of the month, we'll be at Courtyard. They're having an Oktoberfest event too.
That one's gonna be sick.
Yeah,
that one's gonna be sick. It's gonna be like 6 other breweries, and everyone's pulling out their Oktoberfest. Klea, it's a beer. It's a Märzen. It's a German style lager. Not a fan. Yeah, so there's gonna be a festival. There's gonna be like 6, 7 types of those styles of beers, bro. Nice. You gonna be there?
Yeah, I'll be
I don't go to
Kevin.
any of these festivals anymore, man.
No, because you send me and Kevin.
God, hey, do you get paid to go?
Yeah.
Then just get the hocico. You just go, have a good time. We need to finish the fucking van. We need to load up the pinchy ice cream cart into the van and deck that thing out with like.
But that shit takes up so much space in the van, bro.
Oh, what are you moving a family? What are you doing, dog?
Oh, but with all the shit I got to carry for the event, like that's a tiny little van with that ice cream cart in there
Big
too.
enough, dog. You can make it fit.
Yeah, I probably
fit.
can. We're
Come on.
Mexican.
Yeah, Mexican with that attitude. Welcome back. I'm happy you're here. You should probably run along right now.
Yeah.
No,
Next
you're
week
good.
I'll bring in Marcus on the podcast.
Marcus, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, his last week of training, he's sparring all week. We're doing shit in the morning at
Cage Warriors.
Yeah, Cage Warriors
Same
159,
place?
Sequan Casino,
Very
Fight Pass,
nice.
UFC Fight Pass 2.
Hey, they're talking shit on the Instagrams.
Oh, everybody.
I kind of like that. Fool.
That's all they do now.
Yeah?
Fool. It became like it's crazy because when it first started, it was more like being proper and just martial artist
I
type of
will
shit.
whip your ass.
But now it's like everybody's talking shit because like they know it's like, oh, well, I got to make a persona to get.
Marcus
the
gonna
views.
win, fool?
Yeah,
Because I bet on you and you fucking lost.
yeah, well, I know.
Is he gonna win?
Yeah.
I only back winners after you now.
Yeah, he's gonna
After
win.
you, it's only winners. And it just you didn't look bad in the fight, fool. I don't know why you look like that.
so good.
You look awesome, bro. You looked amazing
That was
in the
such
fight.
a great fight.
No, yeah.
Yes. Don't get nervous, fool.
No, but it's just one of those shits, dude. That like they match you up with someone that you're supposed to be good with, like a striker, and then that fool turns around and just starts wrestling because he can't strike.
I'm
So-
sure you said something very relevant, but your 9'5" collaborative shades with 3 punk ales is all I see, bro. Look at those things. Oh my God. I remember you said dreadlocks. You looked a little bit more intimidating. Now you just look like a fucking tío. You look like a creepy tío that goes to the piñatas and like, hey, mijo, traeme una soda, no, mijo. Not intimidating at all, fool. What weight class are you fighting in?
Me still flyweight.
So that's 125?
Yeah.
What are you at right now?
Right, I'm like 150.
No, pinche cerdo, dong.
You've gained like 25 pounds since your last match?
No, I gained 22 pounds the day of the fight.
No way.
Yeah, when I weighed back in, like so they make you weigh in.
Is
the
that
day
why you
before.
lost, fool? You just took on
No.
too much too fast?
So I weighed in at
He was
125
full.
because I cut 10 pounds the day of.
Oof.
So like in the morning I cut all my weight. And
That's
then,
a dangerous game, man.
No, not if you know how to do it right. And I've been doing it since
How much
like
did your dreadlocks weigh?
I don't know, like 3 pounds when I cut them off.
I'm a fan, dog. I appreciate
But-
you. Remember.
But yeah, no, when I weighed in at 125 and the next day they weigh you in before you like go into the cage again, and I was at 147.8.
Were you high?
I got.
Were
I told
you high?
Yeah, and I got fined
Okay.
$100 fucking dollars.
Did you pay it, bitch?
What? They took it out of my purse.
That's right, fool. You had a purse? No wonder you lost.
That's what they call what they pay us for.
Oh, perdón. Thank you for showing up, Kiki.
All right, guys.
Oh, my God, bro. Hell yeah. There he is. Kiki, everybody. Everyone's favorite lovable losing fighter. We all love him. He's only 0-1. He's also 36.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know how many more wins after 36
He's
he's
so
going to get.
spry.
Spry?
He's spry for an old
He's kind of spry for an old guy.
He's spry, dude. He's
Is
small.
36? Nah, 36 is a good age.
Yeah, it's a great age. I think that's my favorite year so far.
Nice. Hey, I want to give a quick foundation update. What we're going to do is December 2nd, Gus, jump in when you want. December 2nd, we're going to have, it's usually known as the winter formal, but we have one comedian confirmed. We're going to switch up the play a little bit. Instead of a winter formal, we're thinking of doing like a comedy showcase, you know? Algo ja-ja-ja with Jays. Algo estilo ja-ja-ja. And we have George Perez that is confirmed. So he's in. He's going to be headlining the show or co-headlining because there's a couple more logs in the fire. We're going to offer it only to the social club members first, Klea, so sign up or I don't want to see you here because you're not going to be allowed here. We're going to offer it up strictly to the members first, and it's going to be limited, Gus. How many did we decide we're letting in? 125 is too much, bro.
So it's formal, like you dress up?
Nah. Maybe. Ooh, maybe.
Why not? Like prom.
Like
Some
prom.
of us didn't go to prom.
Why didn't you go to prom, fool?
Because
Don't answer that.
I didn't finish 10th.
You didn't finish 10th?
No.
Nice.
Dude, I went to prom my junior year and I showed up
We're
just
gonna
for
skip over the fact
photos.
that she said I didn't finish 10th. Motherfucker.
I didn't.
My oldest is in 6th.
I'm
You're
doing
about to
all right.
catch you. You're about to catch you.
I'm doing all right.
No, you're doing awesome. You're doing amazing.
Well,
10.
school.
Overrated. I barely finished high school.
You went to prom though?
I just for the photos. I just wanted this guy offered to pay for my ticket because it was so expensive back then.
What the hell? They cost money in high school?
Yeah, dude, it cost like $200 per person.
Oh no.
And so
It's a
his
scam.
and I think his name was Eric Moore. Anyways, shout out to you. I'm still sorry. We're friends on Instagram.
What did you do, fool?
So I just used him for the ticket.
And
And I
then?
went in and took photos with my girlfriends. And then I went to an after party that started during prom. And I just,
That's
you know.
Bakersfield activities
Oh,
for
that's good.
sure, fool.
So I actually never
got a
went
taste
to
of real
prom.
Oh, man.
I just took photos.
¿Y qué tal? Good times?
Yeah, it was-
I went to prom. I got super drunk.
I
I
don't
locked
really
myself in my
remember it.
parents' car.
You don't even make it
I
inside.
couldn't get out of the car.
How do you not get out of the car? Is it like
was-
a cop car?
I was like 17, 18, learning how to drink, and I couldn't unlock the car to get out.
And nobody helps you.
They,
said,
at
"Fuck
the
that."
end, well, they took pictures. We didn't have fucking phones back then. We had those little pinchy cameras that you had to wind up, the disposable
Yeah.
ones. And yeah, they started taking pictures of me. I was like, fucking weenies. I didn't see them like till 2 or 3 years later. I was like, oh, it was a good night. We all went in white suits, dude.
Oh, you're one of those
Yeah,
guys.
dog.
See, most people's prom photos, I'm learning, they actually dress like formal. Where in Bakersfield, we dress like we were going to a club at the gas lamp when we're 21 years old. Like you dress super skanky.
Well, that's Bakersfield in a nutshell.
Because it's hot.
No, we didn't wear like these like beautiful gowns. You're wearing like a tube dress with your.
It's because it's 110
Shoes
degrees right there. In the
It's
winter.
110 degrees
My
right
hair
now.
was cornrowed.
You had cornrows in your hair.
Yeah, for
right.
one of them, I had cornrows in my hair.
Look at you.
Okay.
I don't know, dude. It was a weird time.
How many? Did you do a lot of drugs in high school?
Yeah, I OD'd when I was 17.
Out of you. She didn't finish 10th grade. You OD in what fucking grade?
I was 17.
So what is that,
I was
like a junior, senior?
I remember I was senior
Damn.
year. And it was like towards the beginning of senior year.
There you
On
go.
what?
A lot of stuff.
What was your favorite one that you OD'd on?
The only ones I
Ecstasy.
don't remember doing, no, I didn't take ecstasy. I do remember the ending of it. So I like to tell people, it's what I told my parents when they saw me in the hospital because they were just like, I didn't know you did drugs. And I'm like,
was
I
food
got
poisoning.
roofied.
And I said, I don't do drugs, which is the reason why I OD'd was because I didn't know what I was doing and I took too many drugs and I couldn't fall asleep. So I took a couple like downers. I took a perk and a soma and then I never fell asleep. So I ended up taking fen-phen.
What the fuck is that? That sounds
It's
like a purse that famous people
What
have.
the hell was that shot? You just got on my titties right now.
Hey, she's woke.
So I took a weight loss pill the next morning.
Oh, fen-phen. I
just
remember
to
that now.
wake me up
Yeah.
because I have to go to class.
Did you snort it?
Nope, I took it with 151 because that was the only thing I
fuck
had
is
to
wrong with
drink. I
Bakersfield,
swear to
fool?
God. And then I went to
shit,
school and I had a
man.
heart attack at 8:09 in the morning.
809. Fuck.
Yeah,
And
I
you-
remember it.
Yeah? Well,
I remember like going down, but I don't remember anything after that. Like I remember doing like the whole cold sweats thing and like sweating everywhere and then losing feeling in my arm. My teacher,
fuck, how old? 17?
I was 17. I didn't know
Look
I
at you're
was
scaring Islas. He's fucking leaving now. He's like, what the shit? He's like, I can't hang with that shit.
He's going to the fridge. But yeah, he just disappears into the
Like,
fridge.
I need a Tecate.
But yeah, no, it was crazy. Like the whole situation was pretty gnarly, and I was known for. But in that time, like because I didn't have a lot of like parentals around and whatever. When I was in the hospital, that's when I found out I was diabetic. So I went this whole time without knowing I was diabetic. Who knows how long I was diabetic for?
Look at you. A little insight on Cece. Look at that. Huh? Well done. Well, that was a firme-ass moment right there, guys. I'm going to take this shot of fucking firme mezcal. You know, always firme, always respected. Let's go.
Cheers.
I never got high in school. I didn't do
Sorry.
drugs. I didn't do drugs in high school. Did you do drugs in high school, Gus?
Loser.
Give me a thumbs up. Little bit, just weed. I didn't do anything. I was a weenie. I was a soccer player.
Nobody did drugs in here?
No, man, just you fucking reckless women. What the
Bakersfield?
shit? I didn't even make it to 11th. You're doing
It is
great.
what it
You're,
is.
you're doing great. You're
Maybe
doing
one
nice.
day.
Wait, you don't have a GED either?
Honestly, I went for my GED and I signed up for everything. I was all excited. And then they make you pick the test, right? So I picked 2 of them. And then when I got there, I thought I had picked, history and English, which is easy as fuck. And they said, oh, you picked English and science. So I was like, oh my God. So I did them all, and I literally got a 98. And after that, I was like, fuck it, I'm smart. I know.
There you have it. Not she got the GE.
That's it.
We should take that test in here and see how many people would pass it.
Seriously, this is want a clown.
Yeah. No, I'm fucking down.
Math, I'm going to fail. So.
Why is it all over my fucking
Dude, there was just a close-up of my chest a second ago.
XY equals 2.
Algebra?
Whatever.
Damn, dog. I don't know. Sometimes Sonny, my oldest, my 6th grader, hits me with some of his homework. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Is it? No.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
No,
Yeah,
they're
I know
like
algebra.
they do something weird where
So
they
I'm a
group
loser.
all the numbers. They start grouping shit and they start bringing numbers down and say, no, this is the way you do math now. And I was like, I wrote a letter to a little note to the teacher. I was like, what the fuck is this, bro? I was like, I can't do this shit. Or you can't expect
You
me to
should
help
go
me.
sit in on their class and.
Nah, they sit in at the brewery. The
No.
teachers. Oh yeah, they do. I can't say. Nah, they don't listen. They do. So I was at the brewery on Friday, doing my Friday check-in with the staff, and I was walking out, and one of my kids' teachers was there. He's like, "Hey, Steve, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, Mister?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm with a bunch of PTA people and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Damn, this is hella weird." I said, "Hey, get my son a name, motherfucker. Do the right thing." Nah, they're cool, but my kids is just weird. They do weird math now. I don't understand it at all. I don't get it. I was a good kid. I wasn't a bad kid.
Are they allowed to use calculators?
I don't know.
On such a tangent.
Yeah, you guys make me feel like a fucking shining star in high school. Like Jesus, this motherfucker OD'd and at
It was an
809. At
accident.
809, I don't think people OD on purpose.
Do you ever look at people who are like a few years
Always.
older than you and go, I'm
And I
going to look
point
like
them
that
out.
in a few years?
Wifey and I will be walking down the street, and I'll be like, "You see that fool over there? Yeah, he went to school with me. He was a quarterback. Look
But
at
I
him
mean,
now.
like, do you look at him and go, this is what I'm going to look like?
No. This is, I tell her, it's like, that's what I could have looked like.
I see.
It's more of a mocking on my
I use my
side.
brother as my test because he's 10 years older than me. And for the longest time, people thought we were twins. And so because he ages so
Does he
nicely.
shave his armpits?
No,
It's a family
why
thing.
you gotta hate on my armpits? They're shaved. Anyways, yeah, no, he looks great. So
Arms
it's something to
together,
look
arms
forward
together.
to. I'm leaving them out. They're shaved.
Yeah.
Leave my pits alone.
They're fine. Yeah, we're just messing
How old are
around.
you, Cece?
I am 38.
38?
Yeah,
That's hella young.
38. Oh my god.
And you are, people think you're 21.
Why? I never said that. I'm 33.
Yeah.
I'm
33.
when Jesus died.
Yep.
Okay.
There you are. Jesus died.
Aaliyah?
We are
Aaliyah
old.
was 33. A lot of people were 33.
she
It's a
really?
weird thing. If you Google who died when they were 33, it's like a grip of people. So if I die, just...
I think the 27 crew is more popular than that shit. You had Jim Morrison. You had fucking
look it
Jimi
up right now.
Hendrix.
I have to look it up
You
right
had
now.
fucking Janis Joplin.
27?
You had,
James Dean.
James Dean. Who else?
Kurt Cobain.
Luke Perry of the world famous Beverly Hills 90210. Hello.
He was 27?
No, I don't know.
Kurt Cobain was 27.
Kurt Cobain was 27. There.
Amy
yeah.
Winehouse.
Well, she was 27 too?
Yeah, get in there, dude. Come on, let's go.
I'm playing
What's your
the game.
idea?
Hey,
What's
your
Nipsey?
idea?
Nipsey?
33.
Okay, that's one. That's 17 to 1.
all
Claire.
I told you.
Joe? Who the fuck is Joe Belushi?
He's Albanian. Have some respect.
Albania. Oh, my bad. Damn, you bang Albania
You don't know
hard.
Belushi?
Yeah, he's from Jim Belushi.
John. It's John. Hey, Joe, Jim, John. It's John.
27 wins.
It's John.
I think 27 has more star power.
No.
No?
Nipsey wins.
All right.
Sam
well-
Cooke.
Sam Cooke. I know who Sam Cooke is. That's the dude that dressed as the Satan at the Grammys, you know?
Carol.
No. Oh my
Kurt-
God. I can just see people in their cars going like, jeez, man.
I get emails, fool. I get direct messages. You
There-
dumbass, that's Sam Smith. I was like, yeah, motherfucker.
I started this podcast. I used to listen
You
to
started
you
this
guys.
podcast,
No,
fool?
I mean like
You
started,
started
coming
this
on
shit?
this. Oh my God, here
This
we
is-
go.
this is-
If you guys, this is an insight to how Steve gatekeeps this spot.
Fuck yeah.
Anyway, I'd be in the car listening to this podcast and I'd be like dying, going like, no, like how do you not know this word? And now
We're
that I'm
Mexican,
on the mic,
ESL, fool.
now that I'm on the mic, I do it all the time
Mm-hmm.
where I come back later going like, fuck, that's what it was. I always forget.
And people still want to come on.
Yeah,
People
they don't
still
realize
want to listen.
the cameras.
And this is a
the
perfect
mics.
opportunity to invite
Hi, David.
Local Love Monday on the Cancel Couch. Today, Klea, all the way from Ohio by way of Oceanside, we have a young man named Demetrius Jackson. He's going to come and tell us all about what he does, how he does it, why he does it, and where he does it. Cruise on up to the Cancel Couch, young man, and shoot your shot to the thousands of people that watch every Monday. Is he on or not, bro?
I don't hear it.
Hey, he hit us with that fucking I'm going on stage.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? How we
What's
doing?
up, dog?
Can y'all see me?
Oh, we see you. This young man reached out to me in the DMs. He's like, hey, man, you're fucking hilarious. Go with it. And then and he says, let me get on the podcast and shoot my shit. I said, absolutely. Every Monday we have a segment called Local Love Monday on the Cancel Couch. And there you are, Mr. Jackson. What's going down?
Yeah, man, I just want to come through and just introduce myself. Yeah, I'm Demetrius. Demetrius Christmas is my real name, but Demetrius Jackson is kind of like my internet persona.
Go ahead.
So I say a lot of...
You use like a real last name as your internet persona, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's pretty...
Why not Dynamic Derek? Or Dynamic fucking Demetrius?
Because I want it to be believable, you know? I want it to be like, this could be a real person, but then I say some really ridiculous things, and I don't want people to just be able to search me up. And
You've said some outlandish shit in your day?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm going to Lizzo right now. I'm talking a lot about Lizzo.
No. How long have you been a comedian?
This is my 4th year now.
How many times have you been canceled?
Not enough. I need to make it happen.
Tell us all about it, man.
Yeah, man. So I do a show. I used to do a show every Monday in Oceanside, host my own show where we do stand-up and comedy sketches, and we play them live in front of a live audience. But it's been getting pretty popular, so we're moving it to Thursdays now.
Oh, shit.
To kind of like get people from the street fair. So if you guys want to come through and do that,
Cruise through.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
In Oceanside, right downtown Oceanside. It's at Oside Bar and Grill.
And you've been doing that for how long now?
This is, we did it for a year, the open mic, and now we're turning it into a show. So
Look at you, man. How many people are in your clique, in your crew?
Not enough, man. We're looking for new people, looking for new talent always. We need actors. We need fucking
Cece?
sound guys. Yeah,
It's our time to
Cece.
shine.
Cece's hilarious, man.
Don't you dare look at me like that ever again, Klea.
Breaking news, you need a GED to fucking be on this show. Sorry, ladies.
I just got the look right now from Cece.
What keeps you going as a comedian, man? I'm always curious because everybody knows comedians on that next level, but you're on that level coming up. You're on the trajectory pointing up. You're on that hustle.
Well, I'm blessed, honestly. I'm truly blessed. I've always kind of been funny. I've never had a problem making people laugh. And even when I was younger, I made a bunch of memes on Facebook when I was like 18, and they would go viral as shit. Like I had some of them go all the way up to 500,000 shares. And
This guy, man.
160,000
At
shit
18,
like that.
memes? How old are you? At 18, I was on AOL chat room trying to get dates, fool.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm 26.
Okay.
So
Why are you laughing, fool? This is real shit.
yeah, so then I just even TikTok, like I've had TikToks go viral back in 2020 and like through 2021, so
this
I've
is
just
a young
always
person,
Yeah.
see?
I've always gotten love from the community and from the people. So
What's the social media of choice right now for the youngsters?
probably TikTok.
Yeah?
TikTok seems to be for the youngsters, yeah. But I mean,
At what point is somebody considered, respectable on TikTok? How many followers do they need, roughly? Go ahead.
that's a good question, man. It depends. So if I would say 100,000 at least.
Fuck, we're not there yet.
Yeah, I'm not even there yet.
You're supposed to say 50,000, fool.
Is that where you're at?
No,
Yeah.
but still, it's closer to 48.
yeah. No, 100,000 is probably
Yeah?
where I mean, that's where you start seeing consistent traction and seeing a lot of videos kind of take off, and you probably have a real fan base at that point.
Is that your biggest manner of attracting new people or promoting what you do and getting your name out?
New talent. If you're
Yeah.
looking for new talent, you go to TikTok.
Okay.
But if you want to build the fan base and kind of keep people coming back, I like Instagram personally.
What's the move for you? Do you just put clips of your comedy routine, or do you create little reels? What's your move?
I kind of do everything. If you want longer sets, you go on my YouTube page. If you want reels, it's TikTok, and kind of like short form content on Instagram. And then I kind of just record everything. Like I was going to record this, but I couldn't find a good angle, so I'm sure I'll find it.
There's like 20 fucking cameras.
I know, there's already like so many cameras, so much shit going on.
We'll give you an angle. We'll cut it out and make it real nice for you.
Thank you, man.
Where can people find you?
You can find me everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, Demetrius L. Jackson, just one word. You fucking
Where the
check
fuck
me
did
out.
you get Jackson from? fool?
Samuel L. Jackson. I was just high as shit.
Yeah.
I'm just like them, man. I started doing drugs. I was like 12, bro.
Yeah?
So shit
What's
was just
your drug of
random.
choice?
Yeah, it's a great choice. Great time to do it.
All of them.
Yeah.
What drug do you use now the most?
Well, if you're not counting weed, then right now I'm kind of on the mushrooms. I did DMT recently. That was pretty fun.
All right.
But honestly, I'm not
you
like
have the biggest
on.
fuch smile when you say that shit too, fool.
Well, I'm not on drugs.
I do mushrooms now, currently. Presently, I'm high as fuck.
Because I can't. You know what? When I was like 15, I did perks. Like what she was saying, I was fucking with the perkies.
Where'd you grow up?
In Ohio, Columbus.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys
That's why
saw
you're
that
nice.
show Painkiller on Netflix.
No.
You should fucking check it out. But
Is
like
it?
they're talking about my hometown, bro. Like
Is it really?
you could get They always it's funny. They say it like multiple times. Like, oh, I went to the Ohio State. You know, it's like that's like right by my house. Is like
Fucking
that.
everyone's high.
So exactly, and I was right by campus. So I would just fucking any drug you wanted, you could just go find it.
Shit, man. Would you move back? That's a no.
No, I wouldn't move to Columbus because it's just like it's dangerous, and you know people are like. I don't know. It's kind of weird now that I do, stand up and stuff. I don't want people to fucking come to my show and fuck with me or something.
Do you ever go and do stand-up shows in the hometown?
Yeah. So I just got back. I left out. I want to say it was like early August or like something like that. I just got back. I did 2 shows in Columbus. I did Cleveland, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, and then I fly back to Cincinnati September 9th. I'm gonna be doing Cincinnati, Indianapolis, and Chicago. So
Fuck, dog. So that's the life of a comedian. You're constantly hustling on the road.
constantly driving. Yeah.
Driving everywhere.
Oh yeah, I fly into Cincinnati and I have to drive to Indianapolis and then drive to Chicago and then drive all the way back.
If
so.
somebody in Cincinnati hits you up, they want you to do a show, do you have a number that you give them? Be like, hey, it's going to cost you at least this much to get me out there. Or are you fucking going?
I mean, if we're talking getting me out there for one show, about $1,500 because you have to cover the flight. And
so they
the
don't
hotel.
cover the flight, and it's $1,500.
No, yeah, that's
Okay.
everything. $1,500, but then I'll get the flight. That's enough to get me a hotel. Sorry, can I smoke here?
You can do whatever you want.
Oh,
dog.
dude, what the hell? Let
We're
me
going
see
to do
what
that
I
now.
got
He's going to smoke a Reggie.
Yeah,
This
wait.
fucking
Pass
guy.
it to him, please.
Yeah, dude.
Joshua Stoll says, good morning, friends. You have no friends here.
Yeah. So you just kind of you fly in and you drive. If you want to book me, like I said, it's about $1,500, but that's for a whole hour.
What if we wanted to book you here for a foundation, a little bit of a festival, a little fundraiser for our organization? Take a toke, take an inhale, think about it profusely.
How much time do you want me to do is the question.
How much good material do you have?
15. I say I could do a solid 15.
You got 5, dog.
No. No, I'm a real comic. No, I'm a real comic.
Yeah.
No.
What's
Solid
your rate?
15.
What's your rate for like?
If you want me to do $15 or 15,
15 bucks a day. All right, we found ourselves a host for December 2nd.
Yeah.
Demetrius
hey.
L. Jackson.
Hey, if you let me host that event, bro, I'll do it for the low.
Yeah?
I'll do it for the low. Yeah, I'm always looking for like exposure and shit.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah, for sure. Finish
You
it
need
up,
to hook
dog.
up.
Let's see what you
But
got
not
there.
free, though.
No, never that. No, you have a fucking talent, dog.
Thank you.
You have something that people need to pay for.
Right.
That's what I feel like a lot of these motherfuckers don't understand. We do this for free because this isn't our main gig, you know? But what we do offer is that couch for people to come up who are local, whether it's business owners, whether it's, up and coming entrepreneurs where you're a comedian,
Yeah,
And you guys hustle, man. Never do this shit for free,
Thank
bro.
you.
You got to have your price and you got to make sure that if people don't meet it, then fuck it,
Thank you.
See you on the next one, dog. What else you got? Where else can we find you online? Let's go.
So you can find me at Coastal Comedy Network on YouTube. That's comedy sketches. I do like full longer sets of stand up. Stuff like that. I put the shorts out as well, but that's
Yeah.
just because like fuck it,
Fuck, man. What's the goal? What's the ultimate goal and how close are you?
Not close enough. Definitely not close enough. Still
You're only
working.
26.
I'm only 26. Thank you.
One more year, I guess, is the magic year until things happen.
Yeah. Honestly, 27 Club does have a lot. You got Mac Miller. You got a bunch of people.
Have
yeah.
you ever 27th on stage? Like died on stage horribly?
All the time. I just did in
Yeah?
Cleveland, actually.
Yeah?
On the tour, yeah. Cleveland was not good to me, but it's all good.
Same material, just city to city. It doesn't pop the same way or what?
Yeah, and I do, like I said, I do a lot of, I like to talk about things you're not allowed to talk about.
Go ahead. Let me hear it.
Lizzo,
know about
abortion.
Lizzo.
Yeah, let me hear about Lizzo. Let's get you canceled today. Pay attention.
Lizzo, yeah, I mean, I just
wait.
got this little thing I've been talking about. It's just like, it's just an opinion, like my thing is, you guys know about what's going on with her, right?
Yeah,
She got
she's
this
a
sexual
jerk.
assault.
She was fat shaming.
Sexual assault, yeah, the fat shaming, so, but my thing is, I kind of agree with Lizzo in that situation because like, if Lizzo's saying you need to lose weight,
That's fucking
might be time to hit the treadmill, bitch. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I mean,
And
that's
then
like, that's
all
like
of Cleveland just booed or what? What happened?
I tried to just do crowd work in Cleveland. I was
Yeah?
just fucking around. Yeah, I got into Columbus, which is my hometown, and I sold a bunch of tickets in Columbus. A bunch of people came out and did 20 minutes, which is usually I do like 15. So like to do 20 and do well, I'm like, okay, I'm doing good. I did another 7. I'm like, oh, I'm on fire. So I went up there in Cleveland, thought I had it, and I just did not have it, bro.
Oh, man.
How do you
crowd
recover
from that? It's a learning experience.
Yeah, I mean, just don't kill yourself.
Is it like jiu-jitsu where you win and you learn?
Every time, yeah. I just took it on the chin and was like, all right, maybe not do crowd work in new cities. Maybe just like kind of slow
What
it
is
down a
crowd
little
work?
bit.
Is crowd work when
You clown
people start shitting on you and you kind of start shitting on them back, or do you just start the
anytime
movement?
you don't use material and you're just in the moment? Because like I did sketch and I do sketches, so I try to do some level of improv along with the jokes to kind of like make it more natural, you know? Because I want to, moving back to what you said earlier, my end goal is and what I even do now, I love the Chappelle Show, so I want to do like a stand-up sketch show on TV. That's like my, you know, end of the journey kind of thing. And even now, like if you come to my show September 7th in Oceanside, we'll be playing. I'll do stand-up. I'm the host, so I'm going to host a show. We do stand-up, and then we do sketches with the people on the show. So we make the sketches ahead of time.
Dude, so much work goes into that, right?
So much fucking work. But we only do it once a month. So every show on Thursdays going forward, I'll just tell you the whole layout. The first one's sketches. The second one is going to be like a crowd interaction type of show. The third one's going to be... Fuck, I'm high as shit right now.
Already, fool?
Honestly, I was smoking before I got here, bro. It was a long drive. I came all the way from
I gave him
Oceanside.
the address to get here, and he's in Carlsbad somewhere. Hey, bro, I'm in front of a fucking house.
Gave him the wrong address.
I'm in front of a garage. I was like, bro, there is no garage here. Like, and he showed me the photo, the video. I was like, there's trees, and you're in front of a farm, like a farmhouse, dog. Where the fuck you at?
Hey, man, you sent me in the hood, bro. You had me in the trenches.
Were you still in Chula Vista, though?
I was in National City, man. I was looking at man. And I brought my camera with me. I was like, man, I'm not in the right place right now.
Probably better than Columbus.
So yeah, better than Columbus. Just different, honestly.
I love
different.
your National City. That's what's up.
Yeah. But yeah, so we just do we do different shows every week. Crowd interaction, the sketch show. I want to say another one is the roast battle. It's the roast battle. We're going to have like comics, 3 sets of comics come up and do like little roasts against each other and stuff like that. But we let the crowd vote on which one's the best. And the last show is going to be like a showcase of just like, the best material that we've been working on that month, kind of like doing longer sets.
Nice,
When are you going to have him on?
You tell me.
He is on right now.
No, you.
To do what? The fuck am I?
Yeah, he's halfway there. He's pretty funny.
Fucking hilarious, young man. All right, let's put things in perspective.
Pretty funny, man.
Demetrius L. Jackson, thank you for coming down, bro. I'm sorry you got lost, but hey, you were found.
No, it's all good,
you
man.
Are
I appreciate
all right
it.
now. Casas, what do you think?
Yeah.
Should we?
It's gonna be
Yeah.
fun.
Fucking hey, Casas gave you a yeah.
Thank you, bro. Hey,
Thank you for cruising
gonna
through.
be a
Hey,
good time.
Local Love Monday is not done yet. We're gonna have somebody else come on the couch right now. So on the couch coming right now, he's a little older than the rest. Good morning to you, Jess. Good AM. He's a little older than the rest of us. A little older, little. Yeah, I'm a little long in the tooth.
So great.
Call it. One of my actually, you know what? Real talk. He makes some of the best designs right now that I've seen that I like that appealed to me. His name is fucking SDCA, El Compa George Ricoy. He's been on the podcast before. Oh, you weren't going to give me shit unless I gave you a compliment, huh? I was like, cool, let's see what we got here. I'll open this as you're talking in order to mock it or, give it a rave review. George Ricoy,
What's up, guys?
over under, 45.
51.
Eso! You look young, dude.
Thank you.
You look young.
You don't see me without a hat. That's
Oh, now he's 60. All right. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with you, bro.
Besides just working, hustling, my 9 to 5, I do intend to do side gigs, and that's the reason I'm here. You actually called me and says, hey, bro, come on to the show real quick. You got 15 minutes.
It's because I feel bad that I'm not going to be here for your fucking grand opening, dog.
It's all good. Yeah.
So what is
You
this
can
grand
always
opening
cancel.
about? No, we're not.
So this is actually an opportunity that came about with Uncle Tone and RJ from Vision Culture, which I know RJ just took off because he had to handle some shit. And it's like you said, it was really more a collaboration. It's a project. It's not like I'm actually moving in and leasing the place. It's more of a collective creative hub that I'm excited to be a part of. And Tone was like, hey man, here's the situation. I like what you're doing. This is kind of cool. Here's a space. Let's collaborate. Let's work together.
Damn, it's good to have homies like that, bro.
I know, right? And he basically just gave me a home. And when he said that, we're talking and we're like, you know what? I'm gonna call it Home Fields. This is my first ever brick and mortar store. I've always been online.
Hey, is that the ultimate goal for somebody starting out in graphic design and just doing local work?
I think so. I think there's a lot of brands out there that I think after COVID, all the retail space went online 100%. When I say 100%, I think everyone at one point tries to open up a brick and mortar, right? The closest thing to me having a brick and mortar is actually, I was renting a space at Bobby's, lower left. Actually, that's where I kicked it with Eric for a minute. It was a small little office space that Bobby gave me. And I call it the locker room. Actually, the drafting room. But I couldn't really sell directly to customers. I can only do pickups and stuff like that, right? So that was the closest thing to having an actual brick and mortar. Fast forward, what is that, 2015 or so? It's always been online. And this opportunity came about, and I'm just excited and stoked to be a part of this. But I'm more excited of what's going to come after, because that was a caveat. I can open up a brick and mortar, be cool and all, but that's like retail. Retail's retail. But I think the synergy, the creative that's coming out of this space is what I'm excited about even more.
Look at you, bro. That was a long-winded answer. I just said, how you doing? The fuck? Good job. George Ricoy, bro. I'm proud of you. That was awesome. I'm excited, bro. I'm Gus, myself, and a couple other homies are going to be out of town. You're doing your grand opening on
September 9th.
And where can we go visit your brick and mortar?
2440 Highland Avenue.
With the homies from Vision Culture, bro, which is already a stand-up shop in itself. So we're just adding a new wrinkle into it, and it's going to be even more awesome. Look what this young old man gave me, this chavo ruco. Look at this. Put the camera over here. Guys, stop fucking around. There it is. Look at this SD hat. This is nice, fool. This is the new one, right?
Yeah, I just dropped that one like a couple of weeks ago.
Shit, very nice. What do you think?
Nice.
It's nice. I like this shirt. The Murph, bro. If you know, you know. I fuck with all the gear you make, in all honesty. And sometimes I tell you, hey, man, you need to do this, bro. You need to make it like this, because there's a certain color scheme that I really like right now, and it matches my shoes. That's right. It's all about accessories. Man, now that you sent me a little sneak peek of what you got going on, I can't wait for that, man.
Yep.
Fuck, what is the ultimate goal?
To be honest, I'm trying to take it international.
Go ahead. You think people will buy San Diego stuff internationally?
Say again?
LA? You think people will buy San Diego stuff?
Oh, no.
LA?
So, yeah, no. So if you look at my website is called Loyal and Dedicated. That's the umbrella. That's where I call myself. That basically product that's outside of San Diego. I couldn't sell San Diego stuff to someone in San Francisco or New York. So Loyal and Dedicated came about, I don't know, years ago as a concept that I had. If I ever wanted to expand internationally, domestically, outside of San Diego, California, whatever, it was going to be called Loyal and Dedicated. And that's my goal. That's my goal, is to have this sort of same sort of sporty, athletic, vibe clothing brand, workout, post-workout, whatever, but really more to the masses for outside of San Diego.
That's the game plan then right there,
Yeah.
huh? Look at you, man. How did this all start? Just by becoming a graphic designer and just trying to make it happen, huh?
Pretty much, yeah. Just like any other artist that's here, you just have a passion for something.
We have a lot of artists here, man. We have a lot of people.
Quite a few of them here.
Motherfuckers making rugs. Motherfuckers making wood signs.
I know.
All the things,
Dude,
bro.
Mikey's fucking it up over there with them laser cut. Is it laser? Yeah, I spoke to him at the golf tournament, and I'm like, dude, we got to do something.
Yeah, right now on the break, we're going to bring up what he made for Klea. That shit looks fucking awesome,
Beautiful.
man.
Oh.
Thank you for coming in, man. We're going to be in Houston, and now I'm fucking worried, because what if the tasty room in Little Italy opens the same weekend that we're in Houston? Well, fucking Luis, you're going to have to figure that shit out, bro, because I'm going to be in Houston tipping cows and eating steaks. Perro.
Do it on the 8th.
You know what I'm doing. Yeah.
September 8th.
September 8th on Highland.
No. Do mine is September 9th. I'm saying your grand opening of.
You're going to tell me how to fucking operate my fucking business?
No, I'm just saying in case. That way we can,
No,
do
you're
an
good,
after
bro.
party.
Don't worry. We're gonna do what we're gonna do, and you're gonna. So
Put on
long as
your
business
new hat, though.
doesn't
Oh,
interfere
it
with
doesn't
my business, bro.
Okay.
It will be all right. No, cierto. George Ricoy, dog. I'm excited for you.
Thank you, brother.
It's a long time coming. I see you hustling. Always hustling, bro.
That's all we have left.
Always making new designs. Always making it pop. Hell
Trying.
yeah! Look at that. Make sure you guys check them out. September 9th, Highland at the
3
new
to
spot.
6.
Home field, bro. Ooh, man. I got high because some motherfucker came in here and fucking smoked the whole shit. Here I am all happy that I haven't smoked in 6 weeks. This motherfucker just starts chiefing it up in there. Fucking Columbus, people. Let's take a break. Grab a roach. Take a shot. Do your thing.
I do like Twizzlers, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, look at us. After Klea's done handing Twizzlers out to the whole classroom. Well done, Klea. We're back with the second half of Metiche Monday. Before we get into our guests, we have other guests. More local love on the cancel couch. Y estos pinches guapos en el sofá. They each brought something for Klea the Albanian. Woo! We'll go from right to left. The homie Mikey. What's going on, brother?
Thank you for the invitation.
Bro, you're always welcome here, man. I mean, well, let's be frank. You have to be a member to be here. But we'll work on that with you. Don't you worry. We'll make you a member. Damn, you look all scared, fool.
Me?
Why look? Fuck, why you?
I'm terrified. That's my girl. This is Nyla.
He's your bodyguard right now.
Yeah, she's world famous.
Is she world famous?
Hell yeah.
Why?
She came out in like 7 movies already.
No, she didn't.
No, I just say that to make you.
Fuck, dog. Mikey, tell us a little bit about what you do, what you brought, why you're here.
I do laser cutting art. I have a laser cutter, and I made Steve's a couple of pieces, and then Klea saw my work, and then she wanted to get a sign
Look
made,
at
so
that.
I made
So
this.
sick.
Damn, fool.
Wow.
Mine
And
didn't look
it
that
came out
nice.
so dope because it's already, her art is really, really cool, right? And so it was easy for me to vectorize it and cut it out onto this piece of wood. And so
Oh my God, I love it so much.
Klea, where's that going?
love
That is
it.
going at the front of the Sober Living.
Really? Nice.
Yes.
How long do you think it'll last before somebody takes it?
Just until open house, and I'm gonna take it.
Okay, cool. Very nice, man. How can people find a hold of you, bro?
My Instagram is Wellington Jr. Wellington _JR. And yeah, I've just been doing art in Chula Vista and known you for a long time. We played
Yeah,
soccer
we
together.
played soccer together, bro.
Yeah, we did.
That we were fit and shit.
Wow, yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm still playing. I'm still playing. Are you playing?
I haven't played in about a year and a half.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck up my knee, bro. Ya no puedo, dog. Imagine.
Yeah.
I'm 44.
¿Estás
trying to fuck-
viejito, güey?
Ya estoy rucón,
Yeah.
dog. Yeah, I feel it now.
Yeah.
I didn't like a year and a half. I didn't feel it when we were playing at the water tower in North Park when we were playing indoor soccer.
Okay.
I didn't feel it. I was tip top. I was like mid 30s to barely turned 40. As soon as we went outdoors to play 7-7 here at the East Lake outdoor facility,
yeah.
I felt it, dude. My
Yeah.
ankles and my knees, and it was no good.
You're old, bro.
Yeah, dude. I played 2 seasons there.
Yeah.
3 seasons, and then that's a wrap.
I got a knee injury like a year and a half ago.
You got to wear knee pads, bro.
And it was hard to like it was hard to recover from it, but
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
I finally got back on it.
Yeah. So where do you play?
I just play like pickup games right here by the
You bully kids, huh? You take their fucking money,
no,
probably.
I used to coach kids,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that was fun too. But the team that I was coaching, they went from like 12 years old all the way to high school, and then they graduated. So now some of them are playing in college and stuff like that. So
all
it was
because
a
of
cool
you,
experience,
fool.
yeah.
That's dope.
No, it was all because of them.
You were a
know.
great player when we were younger. I remember you were a really good player. Where'd you go to high school? Went with me, and then you went somewhere
In
else.
Bonita
didn't you?
and then Castle Park.
That's
yeah.
right. You went to Castle Park.
Yeah.
Good on you, bro. Stick around. Relax. Ain't nobody
Yeah.
kicking you out, but chill out. Look at who's here again. This motherfucker, bro.
Hello.
It's like every time you come on, somebody wants a new rug.
I don't mind. I don't mind.
Who'd you bring one for today? Let's see what you got.
As soon as I finished yours, Klea asked me if I could make one for her and her Dollface Club, and that's what I'm gonna present.
This fucking guy. Look at you.
Oh my God!
Boom.
Damn.
Stop!
Mothers only.
That is so sick.
Perdón, members.
I love it.
Nice. Look at you.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's awesome.
When did we get surrounded by such talent, you know?
So sick.
Thank you.
Silly me. I always
Glad you
thought
liked it though.
Barry
love
was
it.
a ceiling for talent. And look at this. We just have more talent oozing out. Look at this right here. Made this. I got to figure out where to put this, guys. Once we rearrange the studio here, I got to figure out where to put that one. And then I got to figure out where to put this one. I want to put this on my chain, fool. Just fucking Acadian Flavor Flav, dog. And then look at this one.
That one's the one for the chain right there.
That's right, Mila.
That's right. man.
Hell yeah, boys. Hey, thank you guys for coming in. I just wanted to make sure I gave you a nice little platform to kind of, do your thing.
Thank you so much.
Damn, I don't think the dog likes you, fool.
She loves it here.
No, him, dog.
Not like me.
She likes it very
It's like, he's not from here.
Thank you guys very much. Casas, mute that dog. I don't know how you're going to do that, but you got to figure that shit out. Every Monday, we also have a nice little guest that comes in and we interview somebody. And this week is no different, none other than a local legend in the jiu-jitsu game, bro. Tenemos al compa Chris Ritchie. I've known this young man for a few years. Haven't really had a chance to speak with him one-on-one in a while. We've been flirting with the idea of bringing him in. Chris Ritchie, what's up,
man? Good to see you
dog?
again.
Nice to see you, man. What's
It's been a
good?
long time.
It's been a minute,
Man, it's
man.
been good. The grand opening for 3 Punk, I was there. You guys were at the 3rd Avenue, the Chula Vista Jiu-Jitsu Club grand opening.
Yes,
I remember
yes.
that. I think I was the only guy that drank before the open mat that day.
Jesus Christ. But
Yeah.
people who do jujitsu never heard of the drinking, but the weed. I know a lot of guys that smoke weed or do gummies before they actually go on open mat or do any kind of training.
Right.
I guess it makes sense. It slows you down and it gets you really focused on what you're doing.
Right. Sometimes it helps you think outside the box a little bit. You know, we have like set positions in jiu-jitsu, and we can kind of get stuck in thinking along those set positions. And
It's like a Rubik's Cube, bro. You just got to figure it out. There's so many opportunities.
problem-solving.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about yourself, brother.
Yeah, thank you. I'm from, I opened up at the gym in National City. We've been there for 2.5 years. I'm actually originally from Atlanta. I was born in Atlanta.
All right.
I grew up in Birmingham. So people, are curious how I came to own a gym in National City. And, it's kind of the full circle story. So I grew up in Atlanta.
We've had Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
And Birmingham, Alabama today, bro. Look at us. Just because we're spreading our wings, Klea. Oh, and the Albanian. Go ahead.
Right. So, you were asking me about the military. So we have a lot of military people that train with us, a lot of people in the community that train with us. There's military bases there. But I joined the military when I was 18. I kind of had to. I got, and again, this all ties together. It's interesting because I got in so much trouble when I was like 14, 15, that by the time I was 18, I had to like leave town.
It was like a choice. Either you're going to prison or you're going to go to the military.
Yeah, prison.
Really?
So, yes. I was on probation when I was 15. When I was 17, I violated my probation. And because the offenses were enough, if you get over a year, you're going to prison. So there was juvenile. I was going to go to juvenile. Once I aged out of that, I was going to go to prison. So the other alternative was join the military. And I had, my dad's side of the family had a bit of a military tradition. So it was an easy choice for me.
It's in the bloodline, brother.
Yeah, it was. It really was. So I joined the military literally 2 weeks after I turned 18. I had to get out of town. So
What'd you do, fool?
I was on probation when I was 15. Honestly, I don't remember what I did to get on probation when I was 15. I think that had to do with a stolen car also.
Oh, you think?
The first
How many fucking cars did you steal,
Dude,
Chris?
when I left, I had 30 warrants, man. I was in a lot of trouble as a teenager. Yeah, I kid you not.
So
I
military
had to
was
leave.
legit the only option,
It saved
bro.
my life. I bullshit you not. The military saved my life. I had been probation for a while. My mom threw me out of the house when I was 16. I was homeless. I kind of was couch surfing, living on the streets, in and out of bad situations in different places I was staying. And I violated my probation when I was 17 for another stolen car and a minor possession of a handgun.
How many cars do you own now? Jesus Christ.
3 or 4, yeah. I just sold one. So I have 3 now. The Le Mans, I have a 71 Le Mans, and then my truck that's for work, and then I have the Mustang, the electric Mustang. So, but yeah, I used to acquire them through other means back then. So, anyways, the handgun was the problem. That was what was going to get me the time. So I joined the military as soon as I turned 18. They gave me to October to get out of town because I scored really high on the test. So I was lucky. I went into avionics.
Okay.
So did that, took off immediately. I had been in a bad situation as a kid, so I didn't have any self-confidence as a teenager. The military gave me all of that. So when I got out on my own and it was all on me, I excelled immediately.
Because you needed structure, or what was it that you think?
I needed structure and discipline, and I needed to just be away from the bad environment to find out what I was capable of. You know what I mean? I came from a bad household, a lot of violence in my house, a lot of violence outside of my house. For people that don't know about Birmingham, the last year I lived there, it was the 6th most dangerous city in America.
Oof.
Murder, armed robbery is like a sport there. Half the city is unemployed, so the other half robs the half, you know what I mean, that are trying to get it. So.
And you moved to San Diego, which neighbors the #1 most dangerous city in the world. Fucking Tijuana, bro. Look at you. You're just attracted to these things.
Right. Yeah, it's funny because the first part of town in San Diego I got familiar with was National City because the 32nd Street base was here.
32nd, for sure.
And I rented a house in National City immediately because I was I can't believe how nice it is here. So, I had a little yard. You can walk your dog without needing to be armed.
In Birmingham, it's completely not like that.
No.
Really?
No.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
it's a different scenario. Especially me. I grew up, and that's why when people were shocked, why'd you open up your business where you did and this and that? It's you guys don't know. I couldn't be more at home in National City. You know what I mean? I grew up in an
We're
area.
oblivious down here then, man. I mean, we grew up... Me and all the people that I roll with, we are from San Diego. We
Right.
born and raised here in Chula Vista specifically. So this is all we know. So when I hear people come at me talking about Birmingham or even some places in LA or places in Florida, it's this is fucking heaven apparently. I'm never leaving shit.
That's why people come here and they stay, honestly. And I got here in the Navy. I stayed here for my duration in the Navy. When I got out, I actually moved back home for 3 years to Birmingham.
Okay.
I missed it while I was in the Navy. You know what I mean? You remember it as a kid, and then I went back.
Nostalgia,
as an adult.
bro. You probably took all the positive memories from it and everything.
Right. So you go back, and things are different as an adult. It's not mischief. It's like my friends are going to prison. Or getting out of prison, you know what I mean? Or, you know, I can't tell you how many friends I've lost. You know, I had one of my best friends I grew up with died like a month ago.
Still
my
in
father,
Birmingham.
one of the guys that was like the OG in the neighborhood, he was almost like a father figure to me. He was not quite old enough to be a father figure, but Buck, with the homie Buck, was in the neighborhood. He was kind of like a lot of the dudes in the neighborhood with the same situation, like as far as their household, that dad's not being around and stuff. So the OG in the neighborhood kind of takes everybody under his wing.
Well,
And
it's probably by default. If you make it to a certain age in life, if you make it past a certain like obstacle course in the youth, as soon as you get up to that age, it's like by default you're going to be looked at as somebody that's a father figure.
Right. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So he was that for most of us, man. He's not with us anymore either. So a lot of that kind of story going on, but.
No joke, the military truly saved your life, bro.
Saved my life, man. I was on probation and in a bad spot, and just putting myself in situations. I look back now at some of the places I would hang out and be like, "What do you think?" Like I was already like the only white kid in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? So some of the places I would hang out, like projects and stuff like that. It's like I go back now and it's like, what are you thinking? Like being in that situation, you're not from there. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be there. You know, so lucky to get out of there.
How much time did you do in the military?
I did 4 years active duty, then I did 6 years contracting for the Department of Defense.
Okay.
So 5 combat operations. I've been to the Persian Gulf twice,
Sounds
Somalia.
like a lot, man. That sounds like a lot.
It was a lot, yeah. After my second trip to Afghanistan, I was done with all of that. I had my son after that, and like I said, being a parent changes you too. You know what I mean? You want to be coming home to your kid every day. So I settled into San Diego after that. I stopped moving around to be here for him. So
very nice. Probably with the mentality of I want to provide what wasn't given to me
Yep.
as a youngster. And there's nothing stronger than that that's going to keep you going and doing the right thing for them.
yeah, that's what keeps it going on the right track. So
Two stints in Afghanistan, you said?
yeah, two different trips. Yeah, 2008
That must have been
and 09.
crazy.
Yeah, the first time I went was wintertime, so it wasn't as intense. Like it's snowing in the mountains. I'm living in a tent in the mountains. You
How
know,
many
so-
cars did you steal over there, fool?
No, we used to hop around on ATVs, like 4-wheelers. Yeah. So
Bunch of people just like you? A lot of troubled youth that joined the military in there? Or?
you do see a lot of people come from the Midwest and the South. That that it's their way out. If you don't have a lot of opportunity,
I didn't know that was an option, Chris. I didn't know that the military was an option for people, for youngsters that were going to juvenile detention or prison. I didn't know that. Oh, the judge would say, all right, man, Casas, you've done some nasty shit in your day, fool. You're about to be 18, 19. You either go serve some time in prison or we're taking you to the military.
It depends on the situation. Like they adjust that too, according to their manning levels, like how many people they need. Like they'll give you a waiver for just about anything if they need people. But if
Do they give you an option on what branch of the military you can apply to?
It depends on what you score on the ASVAB.
Okay.
I got to choose. I scored really high, so I kind of was lucky in that regard. Yeah, it all depends. Yeah, but for the most part, yeah, you get a choice, right? And then depending on how you score, you pick your job based on that. So
Really?
yeah. So I went into avionics.
That sounds intense.
It's like all the instrumentation from the cockpit of like an airplane,
Okay.
or the computers. Like all computers are electronic.
Like
now.
drones and stuff, or?
I went into drones. At first, I started out in fighter jets, F-18s, and then when I got off active duty, I started contracting for the DoD and other alphabet agencies, and that's when I got into the drone program. So I did that for a few years. That was interesting.
I was gonna say.
I did 2 trips right on the Afghanistan-Pakistani border doing Predator UAV drone stuff.
So a lot of just kind of just sitting at a desk, manning the desk, and just watching.
Sitting in the
Surveilling?
van, yeah, we call it the GCS, the ground control station. So you're in a metal van with the 2 guys that pilot it. They're basically, it looks like a flight simulator, but they're looking at a screen, and that's the drone camera. So you're a mile up in the air, and you can zoom in and like see the facial features on somebody. It's really pretty high tech camera.
Technology's intense in the military. Then.
Yeah.
We're spending a lot of money on it, Klea. What do you think of that?
It's crazy.
There it
They're
is.
way cheaper than fighter planes, though.
Are they really?
Yeah, it's like a couple $million.
More effective?
More efficient for sure. You know, you can just swap a pilot out into the seat and keep the plane in the air. You don't have to land the plane, and there's no loss of human life if the plane crashes. It's a fiberglass.
Oh man, that's
remote
great. It's almost like
control plane.
cheating. It's like a video game, man. You're
It's
just
a lot like a video game.
right. No, you're not
That
really
shoots
putting
missiles.
anything in danger. You're just, it's just a lot of monetary that you're throwing up. But it's like crazy because I've seen some movies about people that do what you did. That's intense, man. I don't know how you survived under that kind of mental pressure that you're putting yourself in.
It is intense. Like I said, after the second trip, I was done. It was summertime the second time, and it was an election year, so they really don't want. Like we kind of set up their government, so they didn't. The Taliban didn't want anybody participating in that kind of like shit. So they step up the bombings and like the attacks during that time, so everybody will stay inside. They want people
Really?
showing up to vote for what they consider to be like a bullshit government. So
Jesus Christ, man.
yeah, and their ID system there isn't like everybody doesn't have like a photo ID. It's like, most of that country is rural. Like they're using poppy flowers as like a form of currency. So they were using thumbprints as their ID form, and then it turned out to be like the election was rigged, so they had to redo it. And the Taliban had gone off and cut off everybody's thumb
Jesus
that
Christ.
used the
boy.
thumbprint,
Damn.
so nobody's showing up for the second vote. You know,
And we
So-
complain here.
right?
We got
right.
no fucking leg to complain on,
No
bro.
idea. Like when you see the way things are, especially for the kids in some of these countries, and you come back, it's really give you a lot of like gratitude for what we have.
And you brought that out. What kind of effect did that have on you, bro? Physically, mentally, emotionally, leaving the military?
A lot. Leaving was hard, you know, because I was still able-bodied when I stopped going. Like I said, I had my kid, and I felt like there's part of you that knows, oh, like you can still do this work, and if you can, you should, because everybody can't. But I also felt like I did enough service. It's okay for me to be here, do something for me now.
Like that guilt, self-inflicted guilt. You didn't feel it since you checked all the boxes.
I did. So there's two sides of your brain. There's one side that says, you know, you're part of this machine. When you take a piece of the machine out, the machine breaks down and people start dying. And you feel like you're the reason why people are dying over there. I'm not doing my job anymore.
It's because of me.
Yeah. So
How do you feel about
exactly.
the machine now, though? Do you
Ma'am?
now that you're out of the military? Are you still?
It's been
I
some
feel like
time.
people.
I've had enough time now. I can kind of like separate myself from it, you know, where I don't feel a personal responsibility for what happens, you know, in these combat zones. But when I first came back, I couldn't watch the news. I didn't want to like not watch the news and hear about bad things happening and know I'm not there.
I could have
doing
been there.
my
I could have
job.
altered the situation.
Right. And the logical part of your brain knows it's a war. People die.
Yeah, chill out, man. It's
Right.
it's not a lot on you. What about that void? Because I'm pretty sure there was a void that was
Yes.
left within you. You know,
There was the camaraderie, like the team, the support system of the guy next to you. All that was gone when I came back. So I came back. I went to school. I used the GI Bill to go to school. Got my degree, but
Very nice.
I went into commercial aviation, and it didn't feel the same. The sense of purpose. You know, you have a lot of purpose as a service member. You feel like, you know, we have an important job to do. We have to defend the country.
fulfillment.
Yeah, thank you. Fulfillment. Very good. When I went into commercial aviation, it's good work. It's honest work. Don't get me wrong, but it's just commercial.
You probably got a decent paycheck, but sometimes
Yes.
the paycheck isn't enough.
Yes, the sense of purpose, the fulfillment wasn't there. I found that with jiu-jitsu.
Very nice.
Yeah, so I started at
Oh,
30K.
you military guys, bro. You just
We need it. Yeah, you need something to fill that gap when you come back.
it's crazy how many former military people that I know that have just, you know, devoted the rest of their lives to some sort of martial arts. And the ones I know the most are jiu-jitsu guys, you know, like we had Ranger Cortez, El Compa, you know, he lives up in LA and he did a lot of things. And now he does this specifically now as well. He does a lot of defense, teaches people strategies. And then I'm like, wow, man. So you guys are really looking for something to fill that void that is no longer there and available to you.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. My doctor even told me that when I first got out to do the physical. He asked me, like, what have you been doing? Like, because my resting heart rate was really good on my first physical after I started doing jiu-jitsu. And I told him that's what I'm doing. He's like, keep doing it.
How are you
It helps
chilling out, bro?
veterans. Right, yeah. So the cardio works good. I thought I was in good shape before I started doing jiu-jitsu. I would run 5 miles and lift weights. My first day in jiu-jitsu at 3rd and K, I threw up in the garbage can.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother kind of like cardio. So
Where was your first jiu-jitsu experience?
my first jiu-jitsu experience was at Alliance MMA.
Okay, yeah,
3rd and
you
K.
said
So I
3rd and K,
started out
so
with all those guys.
That's an old school one right there.
Yeah, and they were getting ready for a tournament on my first day, so the warm up almost killed
Mm.
me. And then, like I said, it was summertime, and there it's a fighter's gym, so you're not getting a breeze or. I yacked in the garbage can on day one, but I couldn't wait to get back in there.
Yeah, some people love that shit, man.
You need, for the military people, that's just the group, the hard work. When you sweat with a group of people and bleed together, you become a team. And for our people that are getting out of the military, they need a team. You need to be part of a team, and the martial arts will give you a team.
If that's not a sales pitch to join jiu-jitsu, you want to bleed, you want to puke, come on with us and join jiu-jitsu. Is that what you do or not?
Bleed with the team. Man.
No, man, there's nothing better than, honestly, and novice, but I have friends who are, devoted their fucking adulthood lives to it. I enjoy it. I see it. I need to do a better job of, being more in tune with it, because I don't right now. I have too many things going on, but I feel that if I tried more jiu-jitsu, I feel like it would be more beneficial to me.
Well, it's whatever your thing is. If it's boxing, then it's boxing. Well, we need as people as a creative outlet, and we need to be part of something bigger than just us.
Yeah.
And
Very
it gives
true.
you those things. So for some people that it's
Escaping
music or it's
demons
dance.
or whatever we're doing, man. Sometimes we just need to have
Right.
something there.
And again, it's my therapy, it's my exercise, it's self-defense, it's everything rolled into one. So you get all of those.
How long you been doing it now?
I've been doing jiu-jitsu. It'll be 13 years in March.
Okay,
So
13 years.
I still feel like a student. As
Yeah.
crazy as that sounds, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's it's very humbling.
Yeah.
There's nothing more humbling than thinking you're something you're not when somebody actually puts you to the test.
Yeah, I mean, as men, it almost seems like part of our DNA. We all want to believe we can take care of ourselves. I can protect myself and my family, and then you don't realize
I ain't
that
shit.
it's something you need to learn.
Yeah.
It's a skill set you have to work on.
The first thing I learned there was you better get used to being uncomfortable, and you better get comfortable being uncomfortable because you can't breathe. You got another dude just like trying to choke you, trying to strangle you, and you're trying to not let him strangle you.
Yeah.
That's bananas. I enjoy it. I need to go back. I'm old, man. Everything fucking hurts, Chris. Tell me, sell me, and make me go back.
You just budget it. Learn picking your training partners and how you do your reps will help you.
Okay.
You know, like there's a certain amount of wrestling reps you can do every day without feeling like you got hit by a truck the next day. So you just got to find that balance. That's it.
I hold the title for the longest tenured white belt at Chula Vista Jiu-Jitsu. I have been a white belt now for about 4 or 5 years, 4, maybe 5. And I think I should be a blue belt, but they keep me a white belt. So anytime I go in and train and roll, they see a white belt on me, they come after me, and then they learn a lesson, Mr. Richie.
It's deceiving. You got the old white belt that looks like it's got some dirt on it.
It's all tattered. All the fucking stripes are like falling off. We're like, oh, I want him. He's fucking, I want this chubby out of shape guy. I'm like, all right, bro. And then
The white belt's got some salt on it.
and then they get a little upset. And then like, I've been a white belt for a while. I just don't want to get slapped in the back with a belt without a shirt on, bro.
Gauntlet.
We're walking by because we do a nice little evening walk with the boys, and they do jujitsu, so they're in there, they're doing it, but they've never seen an adult promotion.
Right. Oh,
so
no.
so we were walking by the
traumatizing.
Oh my god, bro. So we were walking by, and they go, Daddy, why don't you do jujitsu anymore? Why are you not trying to get another belt? Blah, blah. I was like, so we were walking on a Saturday morning, and they were doing an open mat, and I think it was a promotion, because then we turn over, and all you hear is like whack, whack, and they're hitting people in the back of the belt with their belts, and they have no shirts on. And the kid's like, what's going on? That's how you get a new belt.
No
I was like,
way.
that's how you get promoted to the new belt. And they just look
Really?
at me. Yeah. It's every
like a
place.
ceremony,
Yeah,
yeah.
they have a little ceremony. It's not painful to the point where you don't want to do it, but it's painful enough. You're like, the fuck? I don't want to do this.
It's painful where you don't want to do it again right
Yeah.
afterwards.
It's like, you want to level up? You've done it. Good job. Get ready to get your ass kicked. And I get it, man. And it's a very old school mentality, and I'm about that shit. I'm connected. I don't, like I said, my kids do jujitsu. My kids, one of them does boxing. And we tell them, it's like, you guys are boys, and I know what it's like out there, man. I have 3 little boys. They're all from 11 down to 6. And, they're very active, very energetic. I've been in the school system when I was little. I didn't have any brothers to back me up. I said, you guys had to defend yourself. It's like, you guys are 3 boys. You got to defend yourself, take care of each other. If one of you sees that something's going on with one, you got to step up and protect. So this just last week, one of my kids got in a little kerfuffle, so they were playing basketball, and some kid pushed my middle kid, and he fell down. And the first thing, his instinct was to get right back up. He came up to him, and he punched him in the stomach, and he pushed him down. And then the principal came, and they took him to the office and did the whole thing. And he told me, like, the whole time he was worried, he's like, oh my God, I'm going to get in trouble with you guys. And we told him when we got on, I was like, no.
Right.
Like, you get in trouble if you don't defend yourself or your brothers.
Right.
If somebody puts hands on you, you got to learn that you've got to defend yourself.
Right.
You might get in trouble in school, which you did. I think he got, what did they tell us? 3 recesses were taken away from him. And then I said, what happened to the other kid? He's like, nothing. And I was like, but why? He's like, oh, he didn't punch me. I punched him, so they took my recess away for the punishment.
Hold on.
And I
So
told
you-
him, I said, the first kid never gets caught, bro. It's always going to be the second kid that gets caught.
But I don't like. Yes, first of all, that's true. But I don't like the message that like you're gonna get punished more for being more effective with your, you know what I mean?
And he's heavy-handed, bro. So I feel bad for the kid. And now, like, we communicate with the teachers through an app, Klea. You'll see, you got a little boy, and he's gonna learn these things. You're gonna learn as well.
Those
And
social
I get
situations.
and we get this app, or we get him. We were at home. It was after we did this show, after last Monday, and I get a text from one of the teachers, and my wife is in the kitchen, and I'm picking something up in the back, and we're like, what? At the same time, we're like, well, we started talking about it. Like, yeah, did you see that? So we need more information.
Right.
And then we just kind of started talking it through. He's like, good. And then we use that as a tool. It's like, this is why you guys go to jiu-jitsu and train.
Yep.
This is exactly why. Because, hey, were you scared? He was like, no. He's like, so what did you do? I was like, I punched him and I pushed him because he did it to me. I said, good. I said, at home, you are not in trouble.
Right.
At school, you're gonna have to do whatever the heck is going on, but just know that you stuck up for yourself.
Right.
You weren't like malicious. We tell these kids, and I believe they tell them at the Chula Vista Jiu-Jitsu, don't start fights, but always end them.
Right.
And then it goes for yourselves and anybody else who might need help.
Right. It's a good message, because we teach our kids that making the wrong decision has consequences, but we don't teach them that sometimes doing the right thing is hard too, and you're gonna have to deal with the consequence when you do the right thing. But you got to do the right thing anyway.
Shit, I was low key proud of him, homie.
Yeah,
I was like, good. I was like, good. And he's the one I worried the most because he seems very, very like connected. He's very loyal, and he's a little brawler, and he loves punching because he goes to boxing. He's the only one of the three that enjoys going to boxing. But I'm worried about him because he's a little soft in the sense that he's very like, oh hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, I wonder what'll happen the first time he gets in an altercation. Well, now the fuck I know. Now I don't got to worry about him. Now I got to worry about the other bros. So the other bros is like, hey.
Right.
The bar has been set, Playboy, so let's go.
And that's best case scenario. He can still keep that nice side of him and still be, somebody that can stand up for himself.
And their kids are friends again. They're all friends again, but there's lines now and they know.
And I always say this, I look at it from this perspective. Even if you're the other kid, you're the one that got punched in the stomach and pushed over, you don't know, that might have saved you from something worse later in life. You keep down that path where you're bullying people. Later in life, consequences become more severe.
I didn't learn until I was 21, Chris.
Right.
Shit, I was in front of PB at Moondoggies and somebody punched me in the mouth. I was like, oh, I can't just go around talking shit to people?
Right.
Yeah, fast forward to now, it's like, turns out you can't.
Right.
You just got to know how to, do a little bit of that magical shit,
head
bro.
movement, yeah.
Tell us about National City Jiu-Jitsu, man.
All right, we've been open for a little bit over 2 years. We're right on the corner of 8th Street, National City Boulevard.
Right in the thick of it.
Right in the thick of it, right off the 5. Kids and adult classes, we're full schedule now. We're rocking and rolling 6 days a week, morning classes, evening classes. We start at 5 years old and go till whenever. If you can still do jiu-jitsu, you can still train.
Oldest guy that trains.
Well, we're part of an association at Eastlake. We have Dennis, and I think Dennis got to be in his 80s. He has
Purple
a
belt.
He has a pacemaker.
Purple or brown now?
No, Dennis, I think, is a black belt now.
No way.
Yes.
Last time I saw Dennis, I think he was a purple belt.
Still
That's
training.
how long it's been. Jesus
Still
Christ.
training. That's it. Just keep showing up.
In his 70s, right?
Or older. I know he has a pacemaker. Dennis legit has a pacemaker and still does jujitsu.
He's the peacemaker now, fool.
I like it. You know what? That should be his nickname. So when people are like, when I'm talking to people and they're like, I got this going on or that going on, it's like, Dennis has a pacemaker and he shows up.
That's why I don't
and
talk
puts
shit
down.
about it. I'm lazy. I'm doing other shit and I can't go, but I need to fucking go back, man.
Yeah. Even if you got 1 hour a week to put towards it for your mental health, for your physical health, to get it out, we're built for a certain amount of adversity. And if you don't get it out of your system on the heavy bag or on the mats, that's when people get in fights in bars or like that guy in traffic pisses you off more than it should have or something.
It is very difficult to be upset and to be a piece of shit when you're tired, you're drained, and you have this like physical piece. It's like, fuck, I just got rolled on for the last 45 minutes by these fucking guys over here who are my friends, who are my teammates. It's hard to be a douchebag after that. When I first started, I was like, Gus, why is everyone always shaking each other's hand and hugging each other? And they're all like, oh, hey, brother, thank you, brother, thank you. I'm like, thank you for what? That guy just fucked you up,
You'll
dog.
never be so happy if somebody just whipped your ass as you did, or at the end of jiu-jitsu class.
Shit, you should have seen Kike, dog. As soon as he got his ass beat in the last fight he was in, our fucking Freak and the Cage Warriors, he was so happy. I was like, what happened? He's like, hey, man, it was a good fight.
I had fun, right?
It was a good fight, and I get it. And I love watching them. I used to watch them as a kid and be like, I don't understand. But now, like, just by doing a little of jiu-jitsu and a little of boxing, it's like, you just view it from a different angle. You're like, oh, this is chess with your body.
Yep.
This is 4D chess. You're just every move you make has a reaction and has a consequence. If you commit a little too much here, somebody's gonna take advantage of that move right there, man.
Yep.
That must be fucking awesome for you coming from that military background.
It is, and to your point, it's one of those things that's never, like, you're never finished with jiu-jitsu or martial arts in general. So to your point, you can have a whole like way that you do your game, and then somebody can have something that's perfect for the counter. It's never finished, and that's why it's good for people too. Like, as we get older, we tend to just come to a point where we are what we are. And it's easy to get to, over the hump, middle age, and you just do the same thing every day. You get your routine, and you start dying a little bit every day.
Yeah.
And martial arts keeps your brain in growth mode because it is never finished. Like I said, I still feel like a student. I'm still learning new things, and I've been doing this for over 12 years. So that I keep a lot of my youth that way because my brain never stops evolving. I'm always learning, and that helps me with the rest of my life as far as like still doing new things, still taking on new projects and that are totally foreign to me without feeling like this isn't my lane, you know?
How has this project been? Because you went from being a jiu-jitsu practitioner to being a jiu-jitsu business owner, entrepreneur.
Right. It's been great. You know, man, it's been a huge blessing. Like I said, I did aviation for forever. When I first started doing jiu-jitsu, I didn't know I was going to be good at it. I was never good at sports. I'm not an athlete. I played baseball as a kid. Like I said, I grew up in the South. Everybody plays football. I was always too skinny for football. And if I'm being honest, I sucked at baseball. I played it. I love it, but I was not good at it.
Birmingham, Alabama, home of Bo Jackson?
He went to Auburn, yeah.
What's up, dog?
Yep.
That's what's up.
Yeah, University of Alabama is huge there. Football's huge there. I'm a football fan. I just don't.
Who's your team?
The University of Alabama for college, yeah. For NFL.
Who is that, Roll Tide?
Yes, sir, Roll Tide. So, you know, lo and behold, I started excelling at jiu-jitsu. Like second day in jiu-jitsu, I was already like tapping people out. So
really?
I just found something that I was good at. And it's one of those things that you don't need to be an athlete. If you can memorize my right hand goes here, my left hand goes here, and you're willing to put the reps in, anybody can do jiu-jitsu. So, yeah, it just the way I got into it was like that. I started day one and took off immediately. And I just did it for fun. I never thought people would pay me to do jiu-jitsu when I first started.
How does that opportunity even present itself?
Well, I started competing like 6 months in. I didn't even know it was a sport. I just knew about like what you know of this Gracie story, like the UFC and all that. And they were getting ready for a tournament. So I watched the first tournament. And then 6 months in as a white belt, I signed up for my first tournament.
Okay.
Which is, some people might say a little early, but...
That shit's scary as shit, man.
It's so scary. I was afraid everybody's going to be better than me, stronger than me. So just scared shitless at my first tournament. And the first match was like worst case scenario. I got body slammed. The guy took my back and like choked me out. I broke my finger. And like all your worst fears realized. So it feels terrible.
Again, sign up for jiu-jitsu. It's the best thing possible.
You want to get beat up by another man physically in front of a bunch of people. Yeah.
For real.
That was my first competition. And like I said, worst case scenario, but it was a double elimination tournament. So I get another match. And like I said, it could not have possibly gone any worse for my first match. So for my second match, we had just learned a new move. Like not exactly a flying armbar, but like a spinning armbar, like 2 days before that. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go for it. And I like hit it, and it was like a 6-second submission.
Oh, wow.
Like, I think still maybe my fastest submission. And I lost count at purple
Look at you
belt.
getting all hype, fool. I feel like you're going to fucking fly and do me an armbar right now, man. Relax. Careful, Klea.
That was my first submission. 6 seconds might still be my fastest. And I've submitted over 50 men in competition. I lost count at purple belt for my matches.
Look at you, dog.
And then I started getting offers to do the pro matches. So, like, getting paid for your matches.
Really?
Was the first good step towards it, yeah. And it just took off from there. So when I got ready to get out of aviation, it seemed like a logical step. And then the ability for gyms to get involved in the community was a big thing for me, which is how we came to open up the gym in National City and be involved with the nonprofit from Eastlake and everything.
I feel that your organization definitely deserves a nice little tip of the cap from Gallegos all the way down to you guys as well. It's like you guys do a lot for the community as it relates to the military community, as it relates to the law enforcement, you know, like you guys really do a lot to give back to them.
Thank you. We do. A lot of it ties in, like I said, with my whole life. Like that's what I meant about the full circle. The at-risk youth, we do free training and counseling for at-risk youth. Kids coming out of juvenile, just keep it out of the system. Veterans with PTSD, we do a lot of free training and counseling with veterans.
So basically, everything that touched you
Yep.
is what you want to do it in return and have them avoid it. Very nice, man.
So it's my way to look at some of the stuff that I went through as a kid in combat and find purpose in some of the stuff that might be things that I might not have chosen to go through. You know what I mean? Victim of child abuse, all the violence that happened that I saw as a kid, to be able to help kids going through the same thing so they can find their way a little bit better than I did. The veterans that come back and
that's a lot what you're doing as well, Klea. And right now that Chris is kind of go over and everything that he's getting involved with, it rings true to what you're doing with sober living and, you know.
100%. We got to be the people that we needed as kids. You know, that's what you hit a certain level of life, and that's what's important. You know, what kind of impact you'll make on their journey.
Fucking kids change everything. I'm telling you. I was happy being a piece of shit before I had kids. I was content being a douchebag. And you can look at Gus because he's been with me since before we had kids. And he's changed since he had kids. He was a weenie before he had his daughter. And before I had my 3 boys, I was a fucking weenie. So, I mean, these quickly. It doesn't matter how many fucking seminars or how many jobs or what profession or what career you have. As soon as you have a kid, I feel like that's the true litmus test. Is like, you're right. You want to continue to be a dickhead and just shit on people or this? Well, guess what? You got other little eyes looking at you doing the same thing now.
There was a quote I read. I don't remember who said it. That said, that's when you really become a man, is when you're responsible for other lives. So whatever that might be for you.
Kids.
Kids.
Yeah.
For most of us, that's it. Yeah.
Because I've had dogs. No disrespect to your dog owners. But still, as soon as I had a kid, I feel like that's when it pops, bro. And it's like, oh man, I gotta reel it in. Obviously, I am who I am, but it's more like on a we gotta do better. And that's what honestly, that's where the foundation started for us. You know, it's like, okay, you know what, we're doing a good thing. We have businesses, we're operating, we're good parents now. Now we got to give back.
Stay true to yourself, and then be of service.
100%.
Look at you, dog. Fuck yeah.
Right. And so the veterans, we do the work with the veterans, and we do the work with the law enforcement also. Wasn't the most popular thing when we first moved in there.
Okay.
To that location. I had people on Instagram like, fuck this gym, fuck the police, you know what I mean? And like, the only thing I would offer to that is, you know, one of the reasons why we do it and why we want to have these cops and the people that live in the neighborhood training together is so that people can see the humanity in each other and learn that we're part of the same communities and we need to work together, you know. And I understand both. Like, I was raised in a neighborhood where that's the way. Like, you don't talk to the cops about the weather where I grew up. And that's just the way it is.
And that's hard because white people love talking about the weather, fool.
I didn't grow up in a white neighborhood.
Yeah, it's like, so fuck, it's cloudy and shit. Fuck, dog.
It's funny you mention that. My dad, the only thing he watches is CNN and the Weather Channel. I'm like, he watches the Weather Channel like it's a movie.
Always got some shit to say. Yeah. I got my brother-in-law. He's white as fuck. And he's always talking to me about the weather, bro. Always, hey, man, we're in Cancun right now. Where are they? No, Isla Mujeres. It was hot a few minutes ago. Look at now. It's pouring. I'm like, bitch, I don't care.
You're like, cool, man. So, yeah, anyways, we do the work with the law. And, again, I want people to understand why we do the work with the law enforcement. And I understand both sides of it because I grew up how I grew up. And I don't want to be somebody that complained about the situations and didn't do anything to help.
Yeah.
Right. So it's better for everybody. You know, the law enforcement is one of those only professions where you're guaranteed to need hand-to-hand combat. Right. And they mostly only get weapons training. So we do that for them to give them the skills that they need to be able to do the job safely. It's better for suspects. It's better for them. It's better for the community. You know,
it's a great way to bridge the gap, Chris. It's a great way to bridge the gap. I mean, I get it. We got a lot of shit here. When we because one of our homies is a police officer, the second highest ranking Mexican in Chula Vista Police Department, Lieutenant Hoyos. That's right. But yeah, we get a lot of shit because we've had him on a few times, and I tell him, hey man, they're doing their best to bridge the gap from the community to the police. And you are a prime example, bro, because nobody can shit on you because you've seen it all.
Yeah,
you're probably the most convicted felon in the room, bro.
I've been in 8 different jails.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, so if it's coming from you, if you are out there doing your best to like be your best and extend that and be like, oh, where I'm from, we don't even fucking pay you guys any mind. But now here we are.
The way I ended up in the military is I got kicked out of high school because the cops would wait at my bus stop to arrest me on the way to school. Oof. I had to stop going to school because of that.
That's why Klea stopped going to school too.
10th grade, baby.
It was 10th grade, baby. 11th grade.
Have some respect.
Put some respect on my 10th grade ass.
Respect it. Yeah, and you know what made me finally view that through a different lens is my brother got killed when he was 21, and this was 14 years ago. And like I said, I grew up in a place where there's a lot of distrust between law enforcement and the community, and people wouldn't even tell the cops what the guy looked like that killed my brother, or what his color his car was. They would describe what happened, that they were angry and there was an argument.
Without being too descriptive.
Right. No clue what he looks like. We don't know what the car looked like. And, you know, I still feel conflicted about like the whole, because I understand that perspective from the community, but when it's your little brother laying on that metal table, you're going to want justice.
The game changes.
You're going to want justice, and you're going to realize that there's going to have to be some cooperation at some point. Yeah. I'm not saying people need to be snitching on their neighbors about every little thing, but when it comes to the violence and the murder,
it's like the
wheels of justice need to turn. You know, and when it's your family,
when the shoe's on the other foot, my man, because I'm pretty sure if you're in that situation on the other side, you're probably like, nah, I don't know. A car came by, I did this, I don't know. But when it hits close to home, then it's like, fuck,
Yeah.
Maybe what I truly believed in is, has been fake this whole time.
Right. And the what it does to communities, like one of the reasons why we do it in National City, the diversion program for that at-risk youth and everything. This is how you change a community and a culture. You have to start from the inside out.
And how has it been? How has the
It's been good.
It changed from there?
It has.
Okay.
Things have gone good. Everybody
Very
trains
good.
together now. Military people, law enforcement, the people that live there, the people that live in my building come down and train. And it's really the last 2 years.
They're probably like, oh, you got the sergeant coming in to roll today? Pff, I'm a crow in. I'm coming in. I want to roll with that sergeant today.
Right?
Man.
I got something for him.
I got something for him, man.
But it's been good, man. So we're proud of that. We're doing some good with this whole thing. And that
In
was
your
the idea.
hood. Doing some good in your hood. It's okay to say it, Richie. You
There
can
it
say
is.
it.
Say
Yeah,
it.
the one thing I always see pop up on Instagram is the king of the city, fool.
Yes, the tournament.
Tell me about
So,
that. That shit's dope.
Thank you. Yeah, so we started doing. I'm a competitor. I've been competing since I
I
was
could
a
not
white belt.
tell,
Right.
fool. I could not tell.
I get excited when I talk about it.
So we
So,
get all
I designed this competition based off of all the things that I like about competition. So it's submission only. We do 5-minute rounds, so it's a short round for the higher ranking people, and we do only one belt at a time. So we'll have a white belt 1 week, then we'll wait a couple weeks. We'll do a blue belt one, and I do actual championship belts for them.
I saw one. I
So-
saw that you just got the black belt ones, right?
Yeah, that one's September 3rd. So the black belt tournament September 3rd. Opens at 2 p.m. Come out if you guys want to see some good jiu-jitsu. You're gonna see some high level stuff on September 3rd.
Open to everyone who's a
Open to
black
everyone.
belt, or
Open to
just
everyone.
strictly to the Gallegos Academy?
No. We opened it up to everybody.
And do people from other academies come in?
Oh yeah.
Is there ever any dramas? Any beef?
No. We're like Switzerland.
Why do I always go to that? Why am I always drawn to like, hey, tell me about the bails that go down? For anybody come in, does anybody bring knives and shit? No.
No. It's been chill. It's been super chill.
How long have you been doing them?
The tournaments, God, I think we just started though. Oh shit, it's been almost a year now.
Yeah?
Time does fly. Yeah, it's been almost a year. We ran through all the belts twice now, I think.
Okay.
So
anyone
yeah.
from Chula Vista Jiu-Jitsu ever win anything?
Yeah, one of their guys won our first blue belt.
Okay.
Won our first blue belt. Yeah. So they have won, and they've had all their guys show up every time. So we get a good turnout from them. Good turnout from Eastlake. The Legion guys always show up. Super deep. The 10th Planet guys come out because we do gi and no gi.
Okay.
So yeah, everybody comes out. So we do big open mats too that we get everybody from all the gyms out to. So we're kind of trying to make it that vibe. That's all inclusive for everybody. You know.
Man. Fucking Chris, thank you for cruising in today,
Welcome,
bro.
man. I brought you the rash guard too. It's our new rash guard.
Hold on, let me
Check that
let's
out.
Check this out.
So
Professor Ron and Georgie, you're gonna have to chill out a second because another positive, when you're part of the Gallegos Jiu-Jitsu family, you have access to all of the fucking gyms under the umbrella.
all the gyms.
All
yeah.
of the gyms under the umbrella you can go to. So I can go to Eastlake, I can go to Chula Vista, I can go to National City. Where else do
We
they
got
have?
gyms in Bakersfield. Yeah, we're
Bakersfield.
blowing up.
Fucking right when Cece left. Look at that. Oh shit.
So if you look,
Woo! Gang, gang. It's a white belt too, because you knew I'm a white belt. Look at that shit, bro. All right, fuck. I have so many new gis and rash guards. I'm gonna have to start going to jiu-jitsu, man.
You have to,
I'm
man,
gonna
right?
have
Make
to
some
start.
use.
How do I go back in? I stopped during the pandemic. I
Right.
stopped during COVID. Wifey's like, you can't be doing that shit anymore.
Right.
And then I just stopped.
a lot of people did.
Yeah.
A lot of people did.
I did. Wifey just put up the stop sign. She says you can't be training right now that COVID and the pandemic are out there. Because I don't know if you're familiar with jiu-jitsu, Klea. You're sweating all over each other.
Right.
You know, and you can't even talk to somebody or eat in front of somebody because the COVID will get you. So imagine sweating all over each other. But we're not a lot of people that I know really got COVID through jiu-jitsu, you know?
Right.
But I adhered to what wifey said since we had young children in the home, and I stopped. And then as soon as the everything was lifted, we sent the kids back in. So the kids started going back, started doing
like the canary
everything.
in the coal mine.
Yeah, yes. We sent them in. We're like, handle. And then I just didn't fucking go again. I just started, really getting into work with the brewery and the bar, and then started doing this shit. And then excuses. And then I found fucking boxing, and I really loved boxing.
Right.
Like as soon as I started doing boxing, I feel like, oh shit. This is what I should have been doing my whole life, you know?
Yeah.
But I want to go back to jiu-jitsu because I've never been in better shape post 25. Since before I was married, I've never been in better shape than when I was doing jiu-jitsu twice a day or 3 times a week at least. You know, like that is when I was in the best shape. I need to get back into that.
Grappling shape, there's nothing else like grappling shape.
Because that's functional working out, bro.
Yep.
That's real life fucking training.
It's moving another human.
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
And you know, one of the things I think that makes it so good for getting in shape is you don't really get to rest when you want to. It's like even in boxing, you can kind of like circle around and like shake your arms out. When you
you saw that?
Hey, everybody, quiet.
When you do jiu-jitsu, you rest when you can. So you kind of have to push yourself.
Oh,
through.
yeah,
So
man.
That'll force you to get your cardio up. Just
I'm scared,
out of pure,
fool.
like trying to survive.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm scared. I feel like I have a target on my back at Chula Vista Jiu-Jitsu. So it's like,
think so?
Yes.
The OG white belt.
Oh man, they want to whoop my
You're the
ass,
gatekeeper,
bro.
right? The
Dude,
blue belt now.
Yes, yeah, and they don't know because they try. Who was the last one? Oh, fucking Mikey's, Mikey's Meals, El Compa, the proud sponsor of the Evil Brown podcast.
He's done the King of the City tournament.
How'd he do?
He did good.
Okay,
He did
cool.
Well. You know, that's something about those guys.
You know what? I think he was using me to train for that, actually.
Oh, no, you were training?
Yeah,
Okay.
or for one of his tournaments, because they had me go train at Chula Vista, and Ron was like, hey, why don't you roll? Ron and who else was fucking there? I forget who else was there. Frank the Tank. So Frank the Tank was there, and Ron was there. He's like, hey, he's got to train for, he's got a tournament coming up, and I'd barely seen him a few times, and he's a big motherfucker. He's a strong dude. He's a bouncer.
Big dudes over there.
So they threw me in against him, and they were like, all right. And he kind of like once me over, whatever, boom, boom, boom. I'm a slippery little fucker, dog. And it was,
tricks up your sleeve?
yeah, dog. I think we were no-gi that day, and yeah, we went 3 rounds, and I got him 3 times, and I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker in real life could choke me out and kill me, and I was like, or can he? So I just tapped, and I just tapped into my jiu-jitsu shit, and I was fine, and that kind of got me motivated. But anytime I've tried to come back post-COVID, something breaks. I've broken a fucking toe. I've broken a fucking finger, dog.
Can't really
Convince me to get back in there, dog.
Just show up. Just show up. Day one's always the hardest.
I like it
Day
because
one's
I take a
always the
picture at the end, dog. I'm all sweaty and I get to take a little selfie, and then I get to post that shit on social media and be like, haha, fuckers, look at me.
hardest. Yeah, right. Does it count if you didn't take the picture?
That's what I'm saying, dog.
go.
Nice.
Yeah, just show up day one, man. The key is just to pick your training partners. Be careful. The older we get, like what I've noticed is I'm not as durable as I used to be, and I always prided myself on like I'll roll with anybody. But all my injuries have come in situations where, like, you should have known, like, don't roll with the 450-pound, like, white belt that just started yesterday. You know what I mean?
That was me, fool. Shit.
Right. It's not even necessarily their fault. Sometimes they just don't. They're trying to do something that they can't do, and they flop on your knee. You know what I mean? And now your knees go. There goes your knee.
I always use Guz as my example because he always tells me, fucking white belts, all they do is get everybody hurt. And it's
Right.
true because you come in, you don't know how to control that shit. You don't know how to harness that
Right.
energy. You just come in as soon as it's going, you're sweating, you're throwing blows, you're fucking fighting,
Poor
bro.
guys are just scared. They just don't trying to survive.
It is survival mode.
Right.
And now that, I'm an old ass white belt, I'm like, ha 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 ha.
You see it from the other side.
Yeah, it's like I see what's going on. And for this reason, I don't want to go back and train because somebody's going to watch this and they're going to be like, I want to whoop his ass. I want to kick his ass in the ring. Yeah. One day I'll jump into King of the Ring, bro. Or what is it called? King of the City.
Yeah.
King
Come to
of
one
the
of our open
Hill.
mats.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No. Fuck. Okay, let's go, Gus. You down or what?
We do open mats on Tuesdays. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's a yes.
6 to 8 p.m. We alternate week to week, no gi and gi.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the first time? What time was the first class?
I do my first class of the day at 6 a.m.
And then the second class?
10 a.m.
Okay.
And then we have our evening schedule.
10
We do
a.m.,
kids
huh?
classes at 5. Yeah. Kids classes at 5 p.m. Then we have adult striking at 6 p.m. and jiu-jitsu at 7 p.m. So we do striking also. We do boxing and Muay Thai at the gym too.
Do you guys do women training? Because my wife went once upon a time.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they offered it anymore, but she went once and she liked it.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, it feels good to know that I can do this. And that was the other thing. As soon as I had kids, it's like, okay, unless I have a gun, I can't do anything to defend my family. But if I don't have a gun and I'm just rolling with my 3 kids and my wife, I want to at least feel some fucking minuscule ounce that I can do something to prevent, buy time, do anything to prevent my family from getting harmed, hurt, or otherwise.
If it comes down to it,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I feel like the years I've been doing my white belt training at Chula Vista, I feel like I can do that. I don't walk around like fucking you or Gus or whatever, just all puffy chested knowing I can handle. But I walk around knowing it's like, okay, I can at least diffuse this situation if it happens.
That's the beautiful thing about jiu-jitsu is, like I said, if you're willing to put in the reps, anybody can learn it. And just a couple of months of jiu-jitsu training already puts you over 90% of whoever you're going to run into out there. It's like a superpower. It really is.
I'm gonna link you up with El Compa Angel Cortez, the Ranger Cortez. He's out of Santa Ana up in and he was an Army Ranger, and he came back and he started his own foundation called the ¿Cómo se llama? OG Pumpkin.
Okay.
So OG Pumpkin, and I buy some rash guards off of him. He just sent them down as well. Like I said, man, I have an arsenal of fucking rash guards I need to start using. But yeah, it looks like you guys are from the same ilk. You guys are cut from the same cloth, and you would get along and see if we can make something happen right there. But aside from that, man, thank you very much.
Thank you
for fucking coming in. It was a long time coming. And since I am a member of the Gallegos Institution, lifetime member, baby, I'm going to fucking see if I can at least take my kids every now and then and go roll over there and see what the Kids Academy, and maybe since nobody knows me over there, I can go over there and sneak in and
be incognito.
Not get my ass kicked.
Incognito, yeah.
Clay, what else you got? What else you got to promote? What are we looking forward to?
You know, that's pretty much it. September 8th, I'm having a little open house for the sober living and just family, friends. I'm going to have them come check it out. See what I've been doing.
I'm gonna go drop some motherfuckers off there if that's cool. No, that's not. What's the process to get? What is the process to get a room or a bed there?
It's $850 a bed.
But anybody, you don't need to be affiliated with like some sort of.
I mean, I screen. Obviously,
Okay,
I'm
you
gonna
do it,
meet
okay.
them. I can feel people out
Okay.
if they're on some bullshit or not. You know, I want people to have like a substantial amount of clean time. Usually, coming from jail or rehab. You have to come from a facility because
Okay, that was my question.
It's like back in the day they called them halfway houses.
Yeah.
Now
Why
they're
can't we
sober
call them
livings. I don't know, because halfway houses is I don't know. It's just not a thing anymore.
No.
Nah. Have you ever seen though back in the even then halfway houses were trash.
Yeah, they just look all institutionalized on TV. It looks like a legit detention center.
Well, they want people to also feel comfortable because they're coming from such a restricted environment, and this is like a step towards freedom with rules. Like you got to be home by 10. You get drug tested. You got to go to meetings. You got to do these chores. You know. But they're just gonna get a prettier house. You know. So.
Have you started the screening process to fill those beds already?
Honestly, I might have 3 girls. I do have 3 girls already moving in before the open house.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean.
Good on you, man.
It's cool.
Because if not you, who else? You know, and it's like you have walked that walk. You know,
I'm telling you, we're doing things that we wish we had. You know, when we were younger, and that's like, but changing the game a little bit. You know,
if you had somebody like you when you were going through your shit, would that have helped you?
1000%.
Really?
People I looked up to were in the streets. You know, they were the chicks kicking it with the drug dealers, being gangster themselves. You know, those are the girls that I wanted to be like. And, why you gotta like? It was a solid moment.
I feel bad, dude.
You gotta use it at the right time.
I feel bad, dude, but I'm breaking you in still. Fool. I feel like you gotta learn. It's not all a joke, but it's not always serious. But it's true. Like that. You're doing an awesome fucking thing. You're doing a killer thing. This guy's doing a killer thing. Fuck.
We all are.
What did you think of fucking Donald Trump and his fucking mugshot?
Sick.
That was. Hey, I'm not a Donald Trump fan. But that fool sold over $7 million worth of fucking coffee mugs just for looking like a thug. I was like, oh shit. I almost talked Chicles like, hey, you need to take a fucking photo of us or do a graphic art of each one in the fucking foundation just looking like thugs.
You think he rehearsed it?
Yeah.
Do you think they let him keep the toupee
Hey, bro,
though?
that dude is coached, rehearsed. He's a douchebag. He knows what he's doing, dog. He knows what he's doing.
Hey, the toupee. I want to know: is it property or does it go in with him?
Does he put it in a bag before he goes?
You're like, all right, here you go.
Oh shit! Imagine because that other weenie took the photo.
When he gets it back in the bag, he's not going to complain.
It's all different color.
It's not gonna match. Giuliani took a mugshot. That fool didn't sell one mug, dog.
Oh, no.
No, that fool was like his hair was all dripping still down the side of his face, taking mugshots. And the funny fucking thing about him, I don't know if you know what the RICO Act is. So back in the day, the RICO Act was a fucking
championed it.
It was a law enacted by Giuliani and his people to put gangsters away. Yeah. And if you were let's just say you were on a sick one, Casas is on a sick one, and I'm not. But I'm hanging out with you guys. I'm not doing sick shit or anything, but you guys are, and I'm hanging out with you. Boom, pinch. Why? Because you were hanging out with them. So in general, in a nutshell, that's what the RICO Act is.
It was their way to get organized crime.
Yeah.
Because like if you give orders, maybe you didn't pull the trigger, but they could still hold you responsible 100%. For the murder.
They can still pin something on you. Right. Snitches may not always get stitches, but they'll make you get something. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll make you turn.
So
they'll scare you with enough time.
This motherfucker put that shit and acted a champion and made it all. And guess what the fuck he got caught up on? They got him on the RICO Act and he got in jail. So you know there's fucking old Italian gang. Look at this fucking guy. right. That fool, he looks like an angry tangerine fool. That fool just looks like angry.
You don't look his age, though. Give him some respect a little bit.
But you know what, dog? Look at him. He sold $7 million in mugs.
Sick ass. He tanned right before this. I know that.
Probably.
Yeah.
He probably did everything. Okay, I need to go get before I go take my shot. It's like
Little nose lolly.
So and this morning I saw that his trial date is in March 6th. Why you sound so sad about this? Little Albanians love Donald Trump, or what the fuck am I missing here?
Honestly, a lot of people, if you're a business owner,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, he didn't fuck shit up like Joe Biden did.
You know what?
We're not going to get into that
Yes,
right
we
now.
are, dude. I'm not gonna vote for the one I hate the least, though. You know, and they're all just weenies. You know, they're all weenies. That's why I'm gonna vote for Chris when he runs for fucking national city.
right.
Look at that. Look at that fucking mug, dog. Never surrender white. Oh, why does it have to be? That sounds racist too. Shit.
Is that ironic though when you show up to like turn yourself in? It says never surrender.
Never surrender white.
Never.
Dude, hey, I'm gonna get Barry that shirt, fool. Make America Jesus Christ. Hey, this fool makes so much money selling this outlandish ass merch.
I didn't even know this was real.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to pay the photographer.
Jesus Christ. Look at Gazas over here just happily fucking promoting and shit. Hey, go to the Fool's Gone Wild page so we can see what little Mr.
Never
is.
surrender to tyranny.
Because he did that shit.
Fucking Hitler.
The RICO Act is a motherfucker. So you know there are mobsters, gangsters, people from the 5 organization crime families in New York, retired or currently active, that are still like, you stupid motherfucker. You know, it's like he created something that eventually was his demise. That's right, Jake Clip. You missed out. This is one I do want to support. Like if we're gonna put up Trump.com, we better put up Fool's Gone Wild. My ass got arrested, $40. There it is.
Law-abiding citizen.
Give me that one, dog. Years of presidential abuse.
Hey, the black and white though is so good.
What does it say? A portion of the proceeds. What? Let me see. Go back. Click on one of them shits. A portion of the proceeds from this item will be donated to Border Kindness. Oh yeah, you fuck them twice, bro. You fuck them twice.
Hey, they made it black and white because fuck his tan, huh?
Look at Giuliani, dog. This fool doesn't look like a thug. This fool looks like a.
He looks like somebody on Megan's Law.
He does look like. Damn fool, you went straight to the fucking judge. I was gonna say you look like a wet chihuahua who hasn't been dried yet. You look like a little sad and damp, but. You can always count on Fools Gone Wild. Hey, make sure you buy your Pisto merch on the bottom. Planet of the Edgars. Look at that. Dude, my son has a little, it's like a little laptop, but for kids, like for 6-year-olds. And it's like click to speak, and it teaches them about the alphabet and shit. So I should have given this to you. It's he starts spelling. He's like, Daddy, what does this spell? And it's all EDGARS. And I was like, what's that spell? It's all Edgars. Oh, I was like, what the fuck? 6-year-old, dog. 6-year-old. Bob Barker died. That's sad. Did you grow up watching Bob Barker?
I did. R.I.P. I remember the Happy Gilmore scene.
Yes.
One of my favorite scenes ever, man.
Adam Sandler put out a whole piece over the weekend when Bob Barker died about he was his homie, friends, and everything. That's sad, you know, because this 99 years old. I feel bad that he passed, but 99, I'm like, that motherfucker was there for a century.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't feel too bad. You know, he lived it up. He was outspoken about animal rights. He was outspoken about neutering and spaying your animals. I grew up on the era of The Price is Right with Bob Barker. I never watched one with the new guy. I don't know. Drew Carey. You look like a skinny Drew Carey. A little bit. You got to look at it. I'll take that shit. Look like a thinner. You look like a young Drew Carey, thinner and much. So I've never watched one of them shits. But watching The Price is Right growing up, that was just a fucking fixture, bro.
That little thin microphone.
The thinnest microphone ever, dog, with like 2 fingers and. Always dapper dress, and it was, I don't remember who his counterpart was, like, Eric Casas, you're chosen to be on The Price, come on down. Like, that dude was always cool. It was just a fucking great show. It was. We should create a show like that, Casas. We should fucking create a little bit of a Price is Right for the social club members, bro. And then if they get it wrong, we kick them out of the club, bro. We take their cards. We take their cards. I think that's it for the day. I'm sweaty. I wore too many fucking shirts. Cece had armpit hair. She didn't try to show us. You dropped out in 10th grade. You had over 30 fucking warrants out for your fucking shit.
30.
Gazas is on a sick one in the bathroom. I don't know what you want to hide in there, fool. You put us on split screen and you fucking skedaddled into the restroom, fool.
Hey, you ran, Eric.
Brother, thank you very much for coming through. You know what? I would love if I can send. Look at See or no way? That looks like you, fool, but like.
Oh my God. I hate you.
Me? Fuck. Yes, that's my guy. We can make that happen. Just a different part. Just a different part of hair. No, I've never watched an episode with him. Is it any good?
Yeah, he lost a lot of weight.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is he any good? The show with him? You never seen?
I never
Did you not watch that shit?
Yeah, when I used to teach and stuff.
Did
you?
Is Bob Barker related to Travis Barker though?
Yes. With Wayne Brady. Yes, that shit was funny.
What's that called? Whose line is it?
Yeah, that other tall white guy that you look like too. The tall one, the
All
fucking
white people look like.
you said it, brother. You said it, not me. Shit, I'll never say that shit. But yes, you said it. I used to fucking watch Price is Right every fucking day, bro. And when I wake up in the morning, I would watch the lamest shit. I would wake up at 5 a.m. and watch Little House on the Prairie.
Because that's a no cable club.
Dude, that was cable. TBS, Klea.
Up until channel 18.
I would watch Little House on the Prairie before I went to school. So that's why my kids cry about no Wi-Fi. Nothing. I'm like, motherfucker, you don't know nothing about the Ingalls family, bro. Like, let me tell you about Little House on the Prairie.
PBS.
Yeah.
Is that the one that had was the guy from Bonanza?
No, you talking old shit, bro. Now I don't know. Haas. No.
What's the younger one? Michael Landon.
Yeah.
He wasn't the dad in
He was the dad.
Yeah.
Charles Ingalls, bro.
Okay.
Charles Ingalls.
Same
and then,
actor, right?
Yeah, and then Laura Ingalls. And I'm fucking ignorant, dude. I used to love that fucking show. That's probably, somebody's going to take my Mexican card away. I don't give a shit. I'm going to get it back on December 2nd when we hungover. I'm going to bring my Mexican card back December 2nd when we host our winter formal. We may change the title of the name. We may do it because we don't know exactly what's going on because it's a comedy show that night. We're going to be selling tickets exclusively. Well, not exclusively. Initially, we're going to sell tickets to the Emo Brown members social club only. Social club only gets it first. You get first crack. It's limited seating. Plan on it being like maybe 100 people. You know, but why would you want to do this? Oh, because George Perez is going to be here doing his shit on our stage made by J-Clip. Yes. And then who else? Just confirmed, El Compa Concrete. So he's going to be coming down too. December 2nd, Concrete, Compa George Perez. I'm sure we'll find somebody else, a fucking DJ, or maybe do a little hosting in the beginning. Bring your Wonka bars. Get on a sick one. It's going to be a nice event. We're gonna support the foundation with all the proceeds. I believe we're gonna either go from $75 per ticket, but that it also includes open bar. So we will have beers, and I'll be very careful when I say open bar because I know for sure we'll have beers. I don't know if we're gonna have liquor, but just for now, we will definitely have beers brought to you by all the bar. Look at that guy! Imagine that motherfucker here. He's been here. Don't get me wrong, but imagine him on our stage, fool. He's probably honestly one of my favorite comedians right now. I've seen him down here in San Diego. We've seen him up north. He does a lot of cool shit as well. Down as full. So he's going to be down here. Concrete's going to be down here. We're going to have food trucks. We're going to have pop-ups. It's going to be a whole fucking pachanga, bro. And you're not going to want to miss out because the fuck? Our club is consistent of non-lames. Mr. Richie, I expect you to sign up and become a member. Stop fucking around. It's time. Klea, please.
Where do I not a member?
You're not a member, fool.
What do you mean? I'm here.
That's we need an Albanian to be represented. We need the country of Albania to be represented. There it is. Thank you, brother, for cruising through. I appreciate everything you've done for the community and bringing this fucking rash guard. I look forward to getting my ass kicked again on the mats. Thank you very much, brother.